Oh, are we live?
Oh God, I wasn't ready.
I can't tell if Chris.
Yeah, we're live now.
We're live now. Wow, 2 minutes early. That's a first.
Oh,
Welcome to the stream, everybody.
Oh, that was my bad.
Just
Can I get a count now?
3,
I
2,
do 3, 2,
1.
1,
action.
go.
I thought we did from 10.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. You're watching Star-Crossed Horizons.
No.
What?
No, you're not crazy. We're streaming on Wednesday instead of Friday.
That's right. This is Wednesday, a different day from Friday. These are not the same day, and so we had to do a reschedule from last week because of a conflict. So we're going to be picking up where we left off. But before we do all that, I think we need to have a little discussion question. Does anybody have any good discussion questions?
Well, oh no, I had another fact, but go ahead.
Oh wait, what's your fact?
Give us a fact.
I forgot it. I had one and I forgot it.
Isn't any new allergies?
Do you then have the fact? I don't think you have the fact.
No, I do have the fact. I do have the fact. Topham is allergic to cats.
Wow. Okay.
Whoa, so am I.
Pretenders.
Is that a new way to describe self-hate? Is that what's happening right here?
I mean, maybe.
Posers.
Okay. I'm quite allergic to humans as well.
There you go.
Does he not clean himself?
Oh, he cleans himself. He's
Our
just allergic.
room, whatever it's called.
It's he doesn't clean himself to Wesley's expectations for sure.
I love how B Will said that. Oh, he cleans himself. Yeah, you know what I mean?
I mean, if you could, wouldn't you?
I don't know. Anyways, moving on. Does anybody else have any hot facts they want to drop on us here? No.
Well,
okay.
Let me think of one.
Gribble. You've always got hot facts.
Well,
my backup discussion question, just so you know what you're facing if nobody has facts, is which movie were you most glad you saw in a theater?
Dune 2.
I would have to say I got the chance to watch Return of the Empire, The Empire Strikes Back, when they released. No, not
the Empire.
Not the original.
Shut up, Tevis.
When they released the special editions, Irvin Kershner was in Memphis, and I was in the theater with him, and he gave a speech beforehand and talked about the movie and how he felt about Empire Strikes Back, and that's one of the movies that I am glad I got to see because I got to experience all that too.
Well, that's a pretty awesome experience. Can anybody top that?
Well,
I saw the original Return of the Jedi in the theater.
Oh wow!
No,
wow.
But actually, probably my favorite.
I wasn't born at that time.
I was there when the old magic was written.
I think.
Do not speak the deep magic to me, witch.
I think there's a possibility. I kind of vaguely remember, of course, because I was real young, but I might have seen Empire Strikes Back in the theater.
Yeah, you would have been like 2 or something.
I want to
5.
It came out when
80, I think, 1980.
It was 80.
7 or turning 7 and 80.
Yeah, I think the original was 77, right? And then it was like 80, 83, something like that.
It was 77, 80, and 83.
Oh.
And I know I wasn't born in 77. My mom was pregnant with me when she saw Empire Strike Back, and then I did actually get to see the final one. Something like that.
Now, as far as my favorite movie that I saw in the theater, probably would be the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yeah, I didn't see those in the theater because I wasn't really watching movies then.
Well, they came out, they released every December for for 3 years.
Right.
So that was my birthday present each year, was to go see the movies.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. I remember the first time I heard the preview for it, that music, I was just like, "Oh, I do not know what this is, but this is going to be something special." And
Yeah.
that's a good. Yeah.
The music for Lord of the Rings is phenomenal.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
Which is, it's done by Howard Shore. I'm sure he's like done a lot of stuff, but for some reason that's
Sure.
the only one that I know him from. Like Hans Zimmer is in like everything, and it's like, yeah, Hans Zimmer, he's fucking incredible. But Howard Shore knocked it out of the park with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Hans Zimmer, real quick, I saw a documentary. I think it was on Netflix about his like career and how he went from like this weird ADHD radical that was just like in school going like, I just don't like how they're teaching this, to like innovating whole sets of things in the game that people would just copy for, like he would do something in a movie and then like there would be a stretch of movies where other composers did similar thing or used like that sound or style or kind of impact.
Yeah, it was like after Gladiator came out, he did the whole battle waltz, they call it. And like there were a bunch of movies that followed very similar musical styles, including Lord of the Rings. I think took a lot from Gladiator's musical style.
So Howard Shore did the music for King Kong, the 2005.
Jack Black.
I'm looking at Silence of the Lambs.
Haven't seen it.
Looks like Twilight.
Oh no, I did see it.
And not right.
I wish you hadn't seen
if
it.
you're married, you're going to see it. And
Hey man, there's
Striptease.
something wrong with it.
Nothing wrong.
Striptease.
Can't go wrong with striptease.
Classic.
Howard
Can you
Shore.
say-
Classic. Yeah.
Can you say striptease one more time?
Striptease?
Okay.
Well, if everybody's going to talk over me, I'm just going to talk louder.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and Big
Striptease.
with
Nice.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Oh, he also did Mrs. Doubtfire. Wow.
No, I didn't see that one. I missed that one. Oh, and The
Yeah.
Fly.
Yeah, he had a lot in like
The
80s and
remake or the
90s.
original?
No, the original.
The original.
Well, with
Not Goldblum.
That's
Goldblum.
yeah, Jeff.
Oh, with
Goldblum.
Goldblum.
Yeah, that's
Was
not
there
the
one before
original.
that?
Yes,
Yeah.
there's one from the 1950s.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
Mhm.
Does anybody else have a movie they're glad they saw in the theater?
So I don't have a movie because I don't get down with Pokemon that much.
Sure.
But I do have a fun fact. So Bromir
Okay.
likes well, two things. They're kind of similar.
Broccoli.
They're both astronomy
Okay.
and what is it? Not gemology. What is it?
Geology.
Like geodes and stuff like that.
geology.
Yeah, geology.
Is it geology?
I think it's geology. That's what Swing said.
I think
And-
I think people also I think there's a small specification of gemology within
Yeah, I
geology.
think
Yeah.
you're right.
But
Yeah.
There's the specification.
yeah.
He has a small amethyst that he was given to by a friend, and he pulled a deer, and it was named after a star.
Mm.
So
Is he into crystals? Does he channel through
And
them?
they're
not
And
like a
their healing
witch or
power.
whatever, something like that. It's just
Yeah,
something
that's
that he
deep.
fancies. It's like, oh, hey, that
Okay.
looks neat.
there's a
Good deal.
skill fee for that.
There's
Crystal
yeah.
healing.
Yeah. I've always wanted to take it, but I never could justify it.
Mhm.
Well, the gemology.
No, it's a
petrified.
fantasy
Coastal
game. It's not
healing, yeah.
ridiculous. Come on.
They're called petrophiles.
I mean, it's
Petrophiles.
not like we're using essential oils or anything.
That's hilarious. I almost did that as my fun fact was essential oils. No shit.
You should have said instead of astronomy,
Oh,
he
my
should have been
God.
really into astrology.
Astrology, yeah.
Well, yeah, that would have been. Actually, I'm going to recant that. It's not gemology or geology. It's essential oils is what he likes.
That's awesome because
No.
if Wesley ever dies, I think I'm going to come back with a Cosmos Oracle.
That's
There you
amazing.
go. There you go.
So there might be some point where Bromir tries to push off some essential oils that he just funnily made.
Ah, knife wound. Yeah, I got just the thing for that.
I got just the thing. It might smell bad and it might
Oh.
not do anything. Made
Little
it.
lavender goes a long way for knife wounds, in my experience.
Lavender and cat fur. You know?
Yeah.
There's
Take
nothing
the dagger out and put a stone in, and it'll
nothing
heal you. Go.
nothing more
It will
cleansing
cure
than
you.
patchouli oil.
Wow.
I mean, that cat fur was totally clean when I gave it to him.
What's a
Meow.
cat? What's a cat fur?
What's a cat fur?
Is that a
I
question?
don't know.
Like a joke? I don't know. Anyway, who's next?
Anyway, yeah.
This
Anybody
quality
have a fact
content.
or a movie thing?
Um,
I haven't really thought.
Tucker,
of
where you
that.
at on the discussion, bro? The people want to hear from Tucker.
is he logged in?
I'm finishing my
Here he
level
is.
up.
I don't
Yeah.
have
Oh,
any.
Red bastard.
homework was
The
due
wizard
10 minutes
waited
ago.
the most.
You better stay
Sorry.
quiet, Swing.
Yeah, I'm level 4.
No,
It's hard
uh,
work because every
I
time I
don't-
level up, I have to go look at my spell book and figure out how many spells I'm getting and whatnot. But it's always 2, and
Did you
sometimes
copy?
3.
Did you copy any of those spells from the spell books you found?
Some of them I have to do the check for some of the other ones. I know I failed on some of
Nothing.
them.
But yeah, you just leveled up, so you can retry.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
no.
Um,
I don't have any
go ahead.
facts this week. It'll be
Okay.
next week. All I've got this week are printers.
Oh
that
God,
was-
I hate that joke.
that was.
I don't know.
Straight to the dome every time.
Luke, I think you mentioned Dune Part 2.
No, the soundtrack that went along while playing in the movie theater, you just had to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Also by Hans Zimmer.
I wish I
Yeah.
had seen that one in the theater. Actually,
Fun fact about that: dude kept composing after like work was done on the first movie. Dude just kept writing music and like
Kept going.
texting the
Mm.
director in the middle of the night, like, "Hey, can you open your email and listen to this?" And he's like, "Dude, we stopped. Like, come on, we haven't even agreed to a second movie yet. Like, what are you doing? What are you
Hmm.
doing right now? Just stop." And he was like, "No, no, 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 no. Just listen to it. Let me know how you feel." Like,
They stopped the movie halfway through the book. How did they not agree to a second movie yet?
I mean, I think it
Because-
was
Have you met
mostly agreed to, but there was some kind of like, if this completely bombs in the box office,
Right,
we may
exactly.
not do
Well,
it.
I mean, it's not.
Yep.
It's
Oh,
not
yep,
like
yep.
it was Shyamalan's Last Airbender. I mean,
well, it was also like during that time when HBO Max wanted to release that movie day one on streaming
oh,
services.
yeah,
yeah,
So
Yeah.
people were like
okay.
terrified it wasn't going to do well enough at the box office.
right.
And that's
That's-
when like the director was campaigning like day in, day out, like,
They were out
no,
there. Yeah.
this is meant for a big screen. Like, please go watch it here. Otherwise, you'll shortchange yourself. And
Yeah.
and so
You had to go
That
for the
was-
popcorn bucket experience.
Gotta get
It was
that
also-
popcorn bucket.
Yeah, it was also the same time that Scarlett Johansson was suing Disney because of the way that they released Black Widow, and
Hmm.
It was
Yeah.
It was okay. It wasn't great.
I'm glad I went to see Dune Part 2 in the theater. However, the place I normally go, which is like the movie tavern here, where you go get food and that's a nice setup and everything.
yeah. I missed that place.
They had already stopped showing it. So I had to go to this place downtown. Well, not downtown, but kind of like midtown, I guess you could say. And terrible place. It stormed that night. Water leaked from the ceiling and it started splattering loudly onto some
Splattering
like
wetly.
like splat,
wow.
splat,
Wetly.
splat, splat, and we're like all kind of like looking around like, oh
What?
shit. And then one of the guys in the audience was like grabbed his jacket and put it under the slapping water just to
I would have
muffle it.
left. What the hell?
And we were all like, well, I mean,
What theater
when
were
you're
you in? Jeez.
the one, what is it's
Was it
Riverdale
all men in
VIP.
trench coats?
Well, but see, that's the thing is like, in order to get a movie night now is a fucking deal.
Yeah.
Like, we got the schedule, we've got the plan, we've got to set things out, get
Got to
people
take
to
out a
watch
small
stuff.
loan.
Got to take out a small loan, buy a car.
It doesn't matter if it's a good movie.
Buy
It's
a
just
car.
got to be planned.
So that water started coming down, and I looked at Brandy, and I was like, "We're watching this fucking movie."
We are not leaving.
I want to be in a relationship to where you can say that and she'll be okay with it. That's
He
where I
didn't
want to
say it exactly
I
like
didn't say-
that.
You said, "Bitch."
That was it.
You're going to hell.
Smoothie, please.
Straight to hell.
Speaking of storms, Tevis,
Yeah.
we got some coming in tonight.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Yeah.
getting storms tonight, baby.
So
We just
Whoever
got
gets-
passed by a tornado.
Whoever loses internet gets a free invulnerability pass. So those of you who don't lose internet,
Ooh.
probably going to die.
oh shit.
Do I also get that in
Hold
potion
on, let me
form, too?
go yank my cable real quick.
Is that what the kids are calling it?
Yeah. Anyways, I think that's enough discussion for tonight. Why don't we?
That's enough yanking of cables for one night.
And we've given our players just enough time to do their last minute level up. So why don't we talk about what we got for level 4? Starting from the left, B will. What did you do?
What did I do for level 4? I did some stuff. Find the right tab. So for level 4, for the class feat, I took the flamboyant athlete because it just
Love it.
offers a lot of things. You get a climb and swim speed equal to half your land speed when I have panache. So as long as I can get some pistachios, I can swim away from sharks now, hopefully, instead of into their mouths. The DC for high jumps and long jumps is decreased by 10.
10.
By
Huzzah.
10, yeah.
Wow.
Big.
Yeah, and the distance you can move with vertical leap increases to 5 feet. Your distance for horizontal leap increases to 15 feet, and 20 feet if you're have a speed of at least 30. So that just
that sounds very familiar.
yeah
Oh,
does it.
No
Well,
spoilers.
nah,
No spoilers.
no spoilers. Well, it's just too much versatility not to take it. Skill feat.
Well, you're the reason I took it, so
The shark attack, right?
yeah.
yeah. I have that effect on people. Skill feat. I took rope runner. You can climb across ropes and rigging almost as easily on the ground. You gain a climb speed of 15 feet, which is not the reason why I took it because I took the other one. What it does do though is you're not off guard while you're climbing or balancing on a rope. So that's the reason why I took it, so I would not be off guard. And then
Very
the
cool.
last thing that we got was the archetype feat for being a pirate, and that is broadside buckos. And as long as I name 5 people at the start of the campaign, and as long as 2 of those people are adjacent to an enemy that I'm adjacent to, that enemy is off guard. So I don't have to be flanking.
Oh.
I just have to be next to an enemy that's next to 2 of my companions that I have named. So,
Nice.
just as a standing rule, I name everybody but Tuck because he's a wizard, so he's going to be in the back. And
Yeah.
that should pretty much cover me for always having flanking when 2 people are standing next to an enemy.
Now, one quick note on this feat: it does have an access requirement that you're a member of the Firebrands, which I'm fine with you taking it right now. But I just
Oh.
think we should think about like what we could do story wise to kind of maybe do something there. I don't know, but it's totally fine for you to take it now.
I didn't.
Is
I was
that-
not aware of that.
He just
Okay.
got his membership letter a little late.
Right.
Just
It
like,
Yeah.
got lost
Yeah.
in the mail.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of thinking like, what if some of the people that were on the flute, what if they were members of the Firebrands or something like that? Maybe we can incorporate it
Okay.
that way. Like you learned something from them while you guys were pulling into Drenchport, maybe.
I just figured I was a member because Movad had that thing about setting fires. I mean,
It's not that kind of firebrand.
Moving to our next
Oh.
contestant, it's going to be Chris.
So, level 4, I got a new revelation spell called Vision of Weakness.
Was it the
That-
4th horseman?
No, it was called Vision of Weakness.
I figured that's what revelation spells
Mhm.
were.
No, that's
Come
my
on, guys.
my curse bound
Little-
spells.
Little
Come on.
biblical humor.
Or we're trying to get through so we can actually get
my
to
bad.
the play.
My bad. Keep going.
All right, Vision of Weakness, which allows me to determine lowest saving
weakness.
throws. Yeah, saving throws, and
Or does it do saving throws too?
Any weaknesses, if the creature has any weaknesses, you learn them, as well as which of its
Oh,
3 saving throw
huge.
modifiers is lowest.
Yeah, I when I did my read over recently, I missed the part about the 3 saving throw modifiers.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So I get to, and I guess if the 2 lowest ones are the same, you just pick one.
Sure.
For my archetype feat, as investigator, I took flexible studies, which allows me to pick an untrained skill each day and be trained in it.
Oh, cool.
That's fun.
And for my skill feat, I took battle medicine,
Oh, nice.
Rock with that.
which
Well,
will
you needed to
go.
learn some quick healing after your experience
Well,
recently.
Yeah, well, it won't help me.
You're like,
it
if
will.
this ever happens to my friends, I'll be able to help.
Right. Yeah. Which will go great with the battle medicine baton that I picked up, which allows me to use Batmed on basically once an hour. I can use it on somebody, and instead of them being immune to battle medicine for a day, it's only for the hour.
Okay. Cool.
And then I picked up a couple another spell. I don't even remember what it was. It
Must have been a doozy.
Comprehend language, which or interpret, I think is what it's called now in the remaster.
Is that the new one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Beans. Translate.
Translate.
What it's called.
That's what it was. Interpret, translate,
Yeah, interpret is actually well, I guess it's both because this is hearing or reading. So interpret and translate. Okay. Well, let's move. If that's everything,
That's everything.
let's check in with Grablonskers and Bromir. What did you get for level 4?
I got some pretty hot things. So one thing I picked up was combat grab.
Huge.
Oh, magical. I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what Hef did, but I'm probably similar. We probably picked similar things. But I also took suplex.
Oh.
Another huge one. I really like that. I'm looking forward to actually using that. Might try and do like a little wombo combo.
Does your fax machine print in suplex?
So I also got intimidating prowess.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Gonna have to monitor my action economy because I got a lot of things I need to do in one round.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's me.
Really cool. That's awesome. I really like suplex. That's a cool one.
Yeah. It kind of ties into my last week's fun fact, if you remember, too.
Yeah, your luchador thing.
My
Yeah.
luchador thing, yeah. All right.
All right, Luke, tell us about Heh.
So, class feat, I got the Raging Athlete. All sounds quite familiar.
Raging Athlete. We haven't heard about that, have we? Nobody's got that.
No. So it just gives me a climb and a swim speed.
It's
that's
pretty
equal to
good.
my land speed.
Oh, it's very similar to the flamboyant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while you're raging, instead of while you have panache, you gain the
Exactly.
climb speed, the DC, and yeah, wow, I didn't know that this was exactly the same.
It is the exact same thing.
Except that it's while you're raging instead of while you have panache.
Right.
That's funny. Well, that's really cool, though. I mean, that's a great feat.
Yeah. Worked out. Free archetype, I took Slayer's Strike.
That's with your Undead Slayer thing, right?
It is.
Tell us about Slayer Strike. What does that do?
So I can make a strike against a creature that I know is undead. Counts as 2 attacks. If it hits, I deal 1 extra die of positive damage.
Very nice.
Any further strikes I make against the same creature before the start of my next round also deals positive damage equal to the number of weapon dice.
Yeah,
Kind
I mean,
of
that's
plays
got
off your
go ahead.
skeleton thing you were doing earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Very cool. And yeah, if you're
Mhm.
once you hit level 10, it auto scales to 2 extra dice. At
Yep.
18, it goes to 3. I mean, it's got, one thing I would note about this is since it costs 2 maps to do it, it has good synergy with attacks that you make that's not on your turn. So if you get reactive strike later or something like that, because the effect ends at the start of your next turn. So if you
Yeah.
make those reactions, then you can get more use out of it. But that's really cool. It's basically like power attack, but for undead killing.
And then skill feat, I took Underwater Marauder, which
That's
makes
nice.
me not flat-footed in water, and I
Yeah.
don't take penalties in my bludgeoning or
slashing.
fisting
Yeah.
people.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
That's how we're putting it.
Is that we're phrasing that? Fisting people?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
we're
how we're
phrasing
doing
it.
it. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm doing. I mean,
It's
I'm
canon.
putting a fist to them.
Yeah.
Mm.
You're
It
fisting
means
them.
something else, but yeah.
In the vernacular.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's not intelligent. Word means word.
was that everything you got this level?
Yeah, it's pretty
Okay.
basic. It's one of the even levels.
Let's go to Bosco. I think it's a good lev.
I'm not mad at it.
Good love.
Not mad at it.
All right. Bosco at Lev 4. I've been a little absent most recent activities, unfortunately, but kind of catching up with everybody. Bosco took. He had a couple of skills he picked up. One for his class skill was Advanced Construct Companion. So
Oh.
this includes what I thought I had from Jump, which I was incorrect, but we corrected it because you're great. And yeah, so now lovely young Monty is capable of if Bosco doesn't give the command companion action to give him 2 actions, he still gets 1 default action as a
Huge.
stride or strike. So
Huge.
default gets 1 of those. Now that action, of course, won't be able to use to like reload the weapon like I usually have him do, so it'll be out of sync with that. But I mean, worst comes to worst, Bosco to reload on his own, and then Monty runs up and uses his knife hand to get like busy with it. But yeah.
Or sometimes you just need him to be able to like reposition or something, and he can stride,
Mhm.
without you having to command him, which is great.
Exactly. So, because yeah, it was one time before I had to use
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3, stride actions and left him without a command. But yes, that was the class feat, and the skill feat picked for 4th level is kind of completing the nice rounds of crafting capabilities in alchemical crafting, picking up small recipes. There's 4 common first
Very
level,
cool.
up to first level recipes, and picked Blood Eye Coffee because he's a coffee and tea guy.
Uh-huh.
Alchemical Gauntlet is for making that gauntlet we kind of talked about is similar to alchemical crossbow. So
Mhm.
he's going to make some of those for the folks that are doing the fisting as we
Right.
just spoke about. And so it was Blood Eye Coffee, Alchemical Gauntlet, Alchemist's Fire to be able to have those individuals load up those gauntlets, and then
Mm.
Dread Ampules.
Oh,
The Dread Ampules
very
are
nice.
good for a little bit of mental type damage, plus that potential for getting people frightened off of
Mhm.
that as well. So, be able to get a little bit of use out of that, at least for a little while longer. And
Yeah. And don't
yeah.
forget, in the remaster, you no longer need a formula to be able to craft things. You can craft anything, but the
Okay.
formula like reduces the cost. So I
True.
think, or the time, I don't remember exactly,
One
but
of the two.
one of the two. We're
So-
using the remaster rules though, so like having the formula should make it like cheaper or quicker to craft those things.
Yeah, because I remember looking at it after last time we played. I remember I was like,
Mhm.
oh yes, it's better, at least for
Yeah.
this. So yeah, and because like Dread Ampules, oh they're still 12 GP a pop, but yeah, I have Potency Crystal as a recipe for um taking on magical crafting last time. But anyway, yeah, excited. Now capable of crafting using that to identify things like that. Kind of missed out on like picked alchemical crafting this time over like Crafter's. I think it's called Crafter's Eye. Is
Oh
where it
yeah,
allows
the
you to
one where you
open.
can appraise stuff using crafting.
Yeah. But we'll pick that later, so
Yeah.
get more action out of that. But yeah, kind of focusing on that to be kind of everyman for crafting necessities, especially where we're picking up more and more runes, being able to utilize those, and now with augmenting so many people who use their fists around this boat, able to help them out. So,
A lot of great fisters in the party. So
just some d6s or whatever onto those attacks would be a little bit bonus.
And I mean, so far most of the campaign you guys have been close to towns, but foreshadowing. There will probably be some times where you guys are away from civilization for decent stretches, so crafting could be really, really valuable then.
Gotcha.
Even more so than usual. Obviously, it's great to have all the time, but okay, awesome. For me, for level 4, I picked up a couple of new monsters that I'm going to kill you guys with. I don't want to share the names just yet, but I think you're really going to like them. I think Dom is still had to step away, so hopefully he's able to make it back soon. But Tucker, what do you got for level 4? Have you had time? I started from the left just for you, bro.
Yeah, I finished. I was done. I was like just making
Hours
spells earlier, but yeah. So for my class feat, I took Spellbook Prodigy, which gives me magical shorthand. And also I can't critically fail. Yeah.
Very nice.
For my free archetype, I took basic psychic spellcasting, which as of now just gives me one level 1 spell. Out of the psychic dedication. And that is Liberating Command. And then for skill feat, I took Magical Crafting.
Oh, very cool. We got 2 magical crafters now.
Yeah. And then for my other spells, what did I take? If it'll load up. I know one of them is water breathing, and the other one was like befitting attire. Yeah, befitting attire.
Is that like if you like blow a flat on the road or something, you can be fitting a tire?
Yeah, you will be fitting a tire onto your car.
I'll go ahead and prepare that and unprepared.
I'm glad you made that joke, Tavis. I was going to do it if you didn't.
Right.
I mean, I jumped on that grenade for you.
Yeah, it's fitting.
It's when a bee is going to a wedding and he has to go get fitted for a tux.
Bee fitting a tire.
Okay.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Okay.
Hey,
this is the content. We don't need to play, guys. This is the content right here.
The gameplay is just that's the frosting. Okay, the cake.
Yeah,
it's the
like me at a buffet. I'd be fitting all that food in my mouth.
The cake. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
a whole tire, in fact.
A whole. I have the attire.
You keep doing that, and the attire is going to be around your waist.
I'll have a spare. Yeah, a spare tire.
Hey, quick question, GM, for rules clarification. If somebody were crafting a magical item, and somebody else say we're going to provide aid to that, would they have to have the magical crafting feat?
It would just depend. Probably, I would rule no. The bar for aid is usually a question of, can you help enough with what you have available to you to actually provide aid? So, my take would generally probably be that, like, even if you're crafting something magical, there are plenty of mundane parts that go into it. So, if you don't have magical crafting, it's assumed that you're helping with those parts.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I would generally probably be fine with it. I mean, I might say no if it was like some kind of weird, like purely crystal magic ball thing or something, and there's
like
not really any way to help. Yeah, maybe a rune. I don't know. But I would probably only do that if I was just wanting to be a butthead. So
I don't think you would ever do that.
no.
Butthead.
Beavis.
Okay, I think we're. Oh, hey, Dom, welcome back.
Sorry.
Perfect timing. Yeah, we were just about to crank it up, but instead, you can tell us what you got for level 4.
Oh shit! I totally missed that, didn't I?
You haven't leveled up yet?
No, I did. Level 4, Forest Falder, is going to be the beginning of his build, of it coming online. The big thing that it is centering around is the class feat Thermal Nimbus. It is a stance for fire kineticists. Technically, you can choose either cold or fire, but I'll be mostly doing fire. But myself and allies all gain a resistance to whatever damage I choose up that is equal to my level of that damage type, and then any creature that starts its turn also in my aura takes half of my level in that same damage. So my allies are essentially immune to the damage that I'll be dealing, but my enemies will not.
It's really interesting to me that there's absolutely no range given to your allies. It's just you and your allies, no matter where they are.
Well, it's as long as they're within the aura. So
they have to be in the aura? Are you sure?
Yes. Yeah. Anyone that's within my
in
aura.
your kinetic aura. My bad. I'm boosted.
Right.
I can't read. Reading is hard.
I understand. I know that pain. I'm also horrible at reading.
I was like, you and allies gain resistance equal to your level to damage of that type. I read the whole thing.
But so yeah, the drawback to it is that if I ever do like an overflow impulse, I do lose my stance. But the cool thing with channel elements is when I do channel my elements, I can either throw out an elemental blast or go into a stance as part of that action. So it makes things a little bit easier. And then if Spalder lives long enough, there'll be a point in time where I just channel elements for free every turn. But enough of Thermal Nimbus for my free archetype. Really didn't have any other choice besides Disarming Block from Bastion. If someone strikes me with a weapon or does like a melee strike with a weapon and I shield block it, I can do a free action to attempt to disarm.
That's cool.
And then skill feat just went with Catfall because Catfall is solid. I love auto scaling feats.
Yeah. Yep. There's a Dragonborn joke in there somewhere, but we don't have time. We've got to start this session up. So I think we need to talk about what happened last time. B-Will, huge call out. I'm going to go ahead and give B-Will a hero point for this because I don't know if anybody mentioned this or picked up on it last time, but he mentioned that we only killed 3 of the 4 Faceless men. The 4th one was not in the room. So good stuff.
Yeah. Or did the GM just forget about the 4th one?
Well, the GM didn't forget about the 4th one.
So were we starting with 2 and I got 3, or were we starting with 1 and I got 2? Sweet.
We're trying to incorporate more of Hez language into the general usage. So,
Gotcha.
I like that.
I completely understood it. Yeah.
Language.
It's GSL, Galarian Sign Language.
There you go.
Nice.
Okay, so let's see. For last session, I think we started out with you guys kind of going to the Amber Foam Inn, right? If memory serves. You met, yeah, that's right, because we started out with Bromir meeting up with Corvin Kale, a member of the Circus of Wayward Wonders. Corvin informed Bromir that they were kind of stranded here, maybe a little bit. That the ringleader of the circus had kind of maybe been picking some dodgy places to have a circus, and they hadn't been able to find a way to get to their next destination yet. Bromir indicated that he would be willing to help and all that stuff, and said he was gonna hit up the circus sometime in the near future. And then you guys went upstairs to the 3rd floor, where you were nearly murdered all to pieces by 3 faceless stalkers. The faceless stalkers appeared to be like regular, maybe sailor village folk, here. Maybe people who work the docks or something, like nothing too crazy about them. But as soon as you started fighting them, it became apparent that there was something very unusual. And then as they started dying, they reverted back to their faceless stalker, fleshy blob form. Go ahead, Devo.
I was gonna say, I think it's worth noting too, they really thought that we were also faceless stalkers, based on the conversations had. So it's
they said
possible.
you tried to talk to them at first. That's a good point. And they were like talking to you as if they knew you, and they were talking about things that they apparently expected you to understand. Like they said something about that you had given them the device already, and you're supposed to be taking care of the druid on the island, and they were trying to figure out like what was going on, and eventually, just got to the point that it was too obvious that you guys were not what they thought that you were, and they attacked. At the end, Wesley was able to brain drain, or was it the other one? You used your brain drain on one of them, and you got a distinct vision, like a memory, as he was dying from the damage, of what appeared to be you handing him some kind of complicated, like intricate spherical device that looked like it was some sort of, arcanotech kind of deal. And after that, you guys went back downstairs because you were going to head back to the ship, I think, to rest. And then Svalder encountered Heckmunder at the bar, who was looking disheveled, rough. He said that there was a great tsunami that struck his army, like his whole entire company was wiped out from the tsunami. A lot of the raiders were wiped out, and White Estrid was able to escape on Boiled Tongue with, just a handful of her people. And it came out that he said it had been 2 years since that happened. And I think that was roughly where we left off. After that, we covered, I think we did pass about 3 days worth of time where you guys repaired the ships. Using mostly your own manpower, so you were able to save some cash, but it took a full 3 days to do it. And that's where we're at.
Okay.
I think we had mentioned that we're probably going to have a couple more days of downtime.
That'd be fine if you want to.
I want to spend that downtime, if that's what we're doing, looking for that 4th faceless person.
Mm-hmm.
Because
let everybody, I'm assuming we
I want to
all
learn spells.
right?
So, Luke, I missed that.
I'm assuming we all know he got away.
Well, I mean, you guys are all aware that there were 4 people you talked to. They remember they were like, "We'll meet you at the 3rd floor of the inn," but when you went up to the 3rd floor of the inn, there were only 3 people there. It wasn't all 4 of them. So you know that they were hanging out with somebody who didn't show up. Now, what that means, you don't know. He could be a faceless stalker. He may not be. You don't know why he didn't come. There is one retcon that I'm going to have to do because I realized that I kind of goofed, which is that one of the faceless stalkers did have on his person a key.
Is his name Yasuo?
No, but he did has a key.
Okay. He did has a key.
He did has a key.
Well,
and I'll, with the because you guys are having 3 days of downtime here, I will just give you that it matches other keys that are used in the Amber Foam Inn.
Oh, well then I think we need to go check those rooms.
Or, hear me out, undercover.
Under the cover of night.
Burning Hands
party
is breathed
goes
fire
out.
now, right?
That's right.
Okay.
But before we jump into that, I mean, it is, you guys do have an opportunity here. We passed 3 days. You were spending most of that time repairing the ship, but I would say, you would have some free time in those days. So, like for Tucker wanting to copy some spells, that would be fine. If there's anything that you guys want to do, like sell things, buy things, anything like that, or anybody in town you want to try to find or talk to or whatever, feel free to do that now. But if it's going to be like, going to the inn room or like getting into adventure time, then we'll do that all together.
I mean, I think there's still a few things that we could be selling from the stash. Like, I don't think any of us want to be using the +1 silver greatswords or the +1 longswords.
I think we already decided we were going to sell that stuff.
I thought so, but I just wanted to clarify
Yeah.
before I moved it to the sell items.
Yeah.
Okay.
If no one's objects to it, I will take that
question.
potency crystal.
Oh, objection.
Oh, okay,
Objection. Yeah. No.
I was going to roll you for that if you wanted to.
So,
No,
is
y'all
the
roll it off.
effect on the spell book, like, is that part of the actual spell book?
I'm sorry, say that again.
For this Elduin spell book?
Oh, yeah. So it's a grimoire. So that effect is part of that book. You can, if you want to, you could copy your spells into that book and
That's
use
what
it
I
as
was
your
thinking.
spell book, or you could carry 2 spells books with you. Either way, it's fine. I think, does that one, I don't remember if that one has the caveat that it has to be a spell that you prepared out of that book or not. I don't remember.
It just says, yeah, it does say cast a spell prepared from this grimoire.
Okay, yeah.
Luke,
Yeah,
just
so
go get that crystal.
I don't think there's a cost for copying your spells into another book. I think you can just do that. It's only costs money to copy somebody else's spells into one of your books.
Yeah.
You have to basically translate it.
I was
I
saying,
feel
just
like
go
that
and
would
get
be
that
the
crystal.
cheaper option, would be to copy
you
my
roll for
spells
it?
into this book, because it has like 9 spells in it.
I'd be fine with that.
And then I don't know what Befuddle became or Briny Bolt, because I'm guessing those aren't the spell names anymore.
Just a hot tip: if you go to Aeon and you type in the spell name, if it has been changed, the first result will be the new spell. So Befuddle comes up as Befuddle, which means that it's still Befuddle.
It's still Befuddle. Yeah, no, I saw it. It just wouldn't let me click it on the other one. Alright.
If it takes a week to retrain a cantrip, right?
Can you retrain cantrips? I guess you can. Yeah, I would say probably I would be a week for that.
Okay.
So I guess I'd be just learning Befuddle and Briny Bolt, and then I'll just add those other spells into my spell book.
Briny Bolt is from an AP, by the way, Tuck, so it's not going to get remastered, most likely.
It'll be OP forever.
Pretty nice. I just read it. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like
From the
46
Gatewalkers.
on a crit. Blinded and dazzled.
Wow, that's really good.
And then even on a success, it's blinded for 1 round.
Jesus. Okay.
No, he'll heal the blindness.
Yes, that's right.
But he'll
That's
spend
right.
an action doing so.
Yeah, that's crazy good. Okay, awesome. You need to roll for those, right, Tuck?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just feel free to kick those up anytime. And does
What
anybody
do
else
I
have anything they want
use
to touch
for?
on for downtime?
Does anybody want the Thunderstone or the last set of hand wraps of Mighty Blows or the Orc neck splitter? I'm going to take that as a no.
Not this monkey man. I'd like to go in. We're currently at port where we can step in, do some shopping.
Yeah. This is a level 3 settlement. So basically, anything that's common up to level 3, you're totally free to buy. If there's anything unusual you need to get your hands on, we can do that. I don't think we've touched on the shops in Drenchport yet, have we?
I don't think so.
Okay. Of course, there are I think I mentioned before, the port of Drenchport it's a lot bigger than Drowning Rock was, but it's still a pretty small sized place. But there's basically a port that can anchor maybe 20 to 30 ships, and then there's kind of a stretch of buildings like just off of the port where almost all of the business of the town takes place. So it's got the inns and it's got the brothels and it's got the shops, and then there's also a couple of big warehouses and stuff like that, just to facilitate holding and moving goods.
Okay.
So yeah, what are you looking for? A particular kind of shop?
I mean, just what kind of like blacksmithing and kind of like crafting or crafters are available, because kind of dipping his toes into alchemical crafting on the ship with making more and more intense coffee, specifically blood-eye coffee,
Yeah,
things like that. Then,
maybe you pick up the recipe for blood eye coffee from the Amber Foam, the bartender. He knows the recipe. But no, for
Yeah.
blacksmith, of course, it's Mr. Smith. If you recall, most of the people in the town are Smiths.
Mr. Smith.
They're
That's
Smith.
right.
So this is Smithy.
He's
And
just running back and forth, changing mustaches and aprons.
Yeah,
that's right. Because I was looking for specifically the environmental shield rune. It is a magical rune, and the effervescent ampule formula. A formula for both. I mean, I'll be more about the effervescent ampule, because I think that could be really, really big for us. They're both level 2 items.
Okay. Yeah, they're both freely available here. There is an alchemical goods store
General store.
called the Brood Awakening.
Okay.
Brood, BREWED.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay. Okay.
That's good. That's a good
Awesome. That's a very good one.
one.
Oh man.
Even if I do say so myself. I do.
Which you did.
I did.
Awesome. Then yeah, because also like places that'll like allow me to use their kind of equipment, because I don't believe we have.
Yeah, you don't have like a shop or anything.
Lab. So I've got artisan tools. I've got other kind of like tools, but
There
yeah,
a portable lab that you can buy?
I think there is one. Yeah.
I don't think we've like picked one up or anything like that. So yeah, that'd be something else that kind of look to invest in, or potential more tools, or portable alchemist lab, things like that to kind of outfit on the ship itself, to be able to do more of this crafting on our own, separate from any kind of outside town. And so
yeah, in the
Brood Awakening.
In the Brood Awakening, the proprietor is Janie Smith. She's got she's like smudge-faced, hard-working woman. As you walk in, you can tell she's like in the middle of doing some sort of alchemy, and has wiped her hand on her face a couple too many times, so there's like black streaks here and there. And she seems like really pleasant. You don't think it would be hard to strike up a business relationship.
Wonderful. Kind of step into the shop, take in the surrounding like shelves of reagents, other kind of materials versus actual like completed bottles, ampules, things like that, and then kind of saunter up to the countertop with Monty close behind. Bosco introduces himself like, "What ho there! My name's Bosco. This is my good companion Monty. Monty, wave." And Monty just waves his blade hand. He's like, "No, the good hand, Monty. Thank you. We're here, just visiting. Not any kind of other serious business, but I would like to invest in some materials, and some of those being learning papers. Some people call them formulas, about how to make certain things. Getting
It's nice
into
to meet you. I'm Janie. We've got lots of learning papers here.
fantastic, Jamie. Yes,
Jamie.
Jamie Smith.
Jamie
Smith. Yes.
Oh,
Jamie.
your relation with the Smiths and the Smith.
Right.
over at
Yes.
the
My
Smithy.
father. Yeah.
Oh,
He's
Jimmy
the
Lannister.
mayor, blacksmith, portmaster.
bartender.
Great many things
innkeeper.
around. Yeah.
Oh,
Be
Just
careful,
so
Jamie's
talented,
got a gun.
such a very talented, multifaceted family you have. Oh, wonderful.
She handles the gun at her waist in a holster. She's got a 6-shooter.
It's a cannon. I mean, it's canon now.
It's cannon. It's a cannon.
That cannon's cannon.
She's from Alpha
Star. What large gun you have? Oh, so nice. Anyway,
I built it myself. Yeah.
wonderful. I have a tool of my own. I've been tweaking along
Oh,
the
do
way.
you now?
Yeah. Oh, yes. And but I'm here. If you've heard of certain runes attachable to shields, as well as.
I think I did
things-
hear about that. There was a formula book I read called, I think, like Everything Shields or something. Great. I loved it.
I've heard of such wonderful texts, and it's what inspired me to take on this lifestyle of crafting. Wonderful, and
That's fantastic. I hear they've been having trouble with their module lately. I hope it works out for you.
It's out of date. Is it?
Patch
Previous version?
incoming soon.
Yeah. Damn.
pending. Yes, and so kind of continue conversating about different formulas, about like effervescent ampule and some others, and yeah, gets talking about alchemical crafting, and if she's familiar with using alchemical methods of crafting for that gun she's using, or if she's knows anything more she could teach him about that type of crafting, like for shot, or
would take quite a bit of work. I
arrows.
think I make my own bullets most of the time, and sometimes they're special, but it's really more of a hobby for me. I don't do it all that often.
Okay.
But I'd be happy to show you sometime if you're around. If you're staying around, are you staying around?
Oh, we come and go, but well, I mean,
Lots of types like that around here.
for at least a couple of days, I believe, and
this accent has covered all of the English-speaking accents by now.
We've encompassed just about all.
back
I
around.
went from Cockney to Australian, I think.
English
You're
accents
sticking
not to be
around, eh?
associated with Australian accents, just for our listeners.
Just rubber banding back into so yes, and that's intriguing. I'd love to speak more with you on that sometime, but one other thing is in this coming and going kind of lifestyle, living with my closest of friends on this boat we recently acquired totally legally, I'd like to see about a portable form of the alchemist's lab, or a kind of crafting set, if you have something similar to that, so I could do more of this on the go, per se.
Actually, yeah, I do. I've got the base version, and I've got the expanded version too. I've been putting together a couple of these. It's not exactly the most popular thing in Drenchport, but you know, when you work in the business, you got to provide the tools. Moving to Kiwi now.
We're just offending everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody equally. That's
No one will be spared. But yeah, she does have those for sale.
okay. Wonderful.
Let's jump. Does anybody else want to jump in on some downtime action?
I sold
Everything?
I sold everything and put 119 gold and 5 silver into the party stash, and that's ready for redistribution.
You want me to distribute now?
It's all right with me. That may give people money to buy other things during downtime.
Okay. Everybody's game for a distribution?
Yeah.
Chris is shaking his head.
Can I earn income during downtime?
Not for the 3 days. You're spending most of the day fixing the ship, but if you guys are taking more downtime after that, you can. Just for like going to the shop or something. I mean, that's such a short thing. I don't really count that as taking an extra day or anything. But
Right.
if you guys do want to take extra days, those we'll do like in a much more fast. Like I'm earning income, I'm doing this, whatever. We'll shorten it down to just a roll or something and keep going.
And that was
What
half.
are you guys thinking?
That was half price selling, right? I just want to make sure. Selling everything.
50%.
All right.
Yeah.
Then we're good.
I'm gonna grab a drink.
Good idea.
Does anybody need any I'm still catching up on details from last session or so. Any other rooms anybody needs changing over, moving, transferring?
No, but whoever wants the weapon potency, I'd love to see that roll off happen so we can get that out of there too.
Have you done
Go and
something?
say it. Just go and tell us what's on your mind.
I mean, does everybody have a +1 now?
Yeah, I think just about everybody's
Yeah.
got a +1.
I don't, but I don't need one.
Yeah, I mean, if everybody's already got one for their main weapons, then it would be, time to look at backup weapons.
It would
Or does Monty have one? Does Monty need one? Or no, Monty doesn't use those.
Yeah, Monty's a companion.
That's
It
right.
would have to be like etched on him for his
Right.
blade hands.
I mean,
but,
Now, if everybody has one, I'll take one for my hand crossbow. I mean, I probably won't ever shoot it, but
I need one for the blunderbuss.
May as well.
Oh,
I thought we were going to get one off the weapons that we were going to sell, and you were going to put on that.
Maybe
Because they
that's the blunderbuss was. If you haven't gotten it for the blunderbuss, I think that's what Beeble was saying. He expected you to be using it.
Oh, yeah. I haven't put one on the blunderbuss yet. But yeah, if everybody else is good, then I can.
Well, then yeah.
Take a couple hours.
Well, then yeah.
Screw you, Chris. It's just 1 hour to transfer, and it is 10% of the price, right, Dom? 10%?
Yeah.
So 3.5 Gs.
Okay. And so for the 2 level 2 formulas, and a basic alchemist lab being 5 golds is 2 gold for each level 2 formula. So it's a total of 9 gold shopping at Brew.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. And then transferring that would be, you said, 2.5 gold?
3.5.
3.5. Okay, so 12.5. I will deduct.
Tucker, have you rolled?
4 shields not found.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, you passed both of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a DC 15, I think, for level 1.
Oh, so you critted both of them? Did you take your discount?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good.
2 GP overall.
Nice.
I wish I had remembered that, but I guess I'll go buy a potency room because I'd like to get one put onto the whip claw. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to retcon and just that's going to be tough. If you want to just take out like half of the cost, which would be 17.5.
Okay.
Then
you can have that
we'll
potency rune.
Yeah, you buy it back.
Oh wait, no, it's a potency crystal. Never mind.
Yeah. The same for the other one. You guys did have 2 weapons that had a +1, so if you want to just buy it back for 17.5, you can.
We had 4. We had 3 long swords.
Oh,
and
that's
then-
right. Yeah, you did have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
theoretically,
knew we had enough.
Yeah, you got plenty to go around.
Yeah.
If you want to, Chris, do you want to get one of those
Just so you can stop saying.
for your handy?
I mean, may as
For your-
well.
Yeah.
It's half price.
It wouldn't
Basically
hurt.
free.
Oh, so how much? I'm sorry.
17 and a half.
17 and a half.
Silver.
Yeah.
Can I
It's-
identify this scroll?
Where did you get it from?
I don't know.
The druid, I think, right?
I just never identified it.
I thought it was from the druid, wasn't it?
It could be. I don't remember. But yeah, try. Let's see. Pose skill checks to chat. Did that go? Yeah. There you go.
And I did want to do something when we get around to it.
Okay.
Yep.
It is a scroll of sanctuary.
Sanctuary. Sanctuary.
Will, you were gonna say something?
I was just like, I might be interested in going shopping for some additional runes that I could get attached to maybe the whip claw, but I'm not really looking in for anything specific.
Mm.
It would just be kind of what we would come across, but I can do that.
You're thinking like property runes?
Yeah, I think so.
There's not a lot in property runes at this level.
Yeah, the housing market is pretty crazy right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been that way for a while.
Yeah.
I figured we got a couple more levels before anything really comes up.
Yeah.
You can't even afford land. It's just
Honestly.
nuts. The
Yeah,
price of wood
property.
nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to even find wood.
Property.
Wow. Well, I guess there are some accessory runes, like unexceptional, soft landing, nagging. But then for like weapon, you've got returning, which is used for thrown weapons. Underwater, which lets you use the weapon underwater without penalties. Nice.
Oh,
That is
I
kind of
think
cool.
I think that would come in handy. Yeah, if there's some of those around, I think I might want to buy.
Yeah,
one.
I would say they would definitely have the underwater ones for sale here.
How does
those are
that-
50 gold a piece?
Does that also work with like hand wraps
Yep.
as well?
Yeah.
Or is that just okay? 'Cause
Yeah, so the way
I didn't even
property-
think about that.
The way property runes work in this game, it works the
Mhm.
same way for armor and weapons, and it's basically like for each +1 you have on the weapon or armor, you can apply 1 additional property rune. So those of you who have +1 on your weapon or hand wraps, you can have 1 property rune also on those. And then once it gets up to +2, then you can have a second property rune. And property runes can be moved and rotated to other items as well. So you can.
So you're saying
like,
that
as
if the item.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to clarify. So for the item that you're wanting to equip the property rune to, it needs to have a +1 or a +2. It can't just be the base item.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, you have to
Okay.
have at least a +1 to have a property rune on it.
Okay, because my hand wraps are just of mighty blows. It's not a +1 or anything, even though it has the +1 striking on it built into it. You said.
No, it just has the
That would
+1
count.
built into it. Yeah. So it
But that would
is
count.
considered a +1 weapon. You
So
can
it
put
is considered
property-
+1. Okay.
So, like, I couldn't add because it's only a +1 ghost touch rapier. I couldn't add the underwater to it, but I could buy the rune for now and add it
Right.
later.
Yeah, because you already have the ghost touch rune. You'd have to, it's one or the other.
It'll
And that's the
be-
same with. Is that the same with the hand wraps too?
Well, you don't have ghost touch, so I mean, you can just put the underwater on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. B-Will already has the ghost touch is a rune that's on there,
Uh-huh.
is a property rune. So his like property rune slot is already taken up with the ghost touch rune.
I got you. So
Um,
technically, my slot isn't taken. It's just
Exactly. You have an open slot, so you could
Okay.
just you could
But I
fist that open slot with your
I could just I'll just fist
hand
it.
wraps. Right.
I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna go ahead and get one and put it on my whip claw though, because I don't have anything on that. So it'll be underwater whip claw. I think that's just kind of funny,
Yeah.
fighting with whips underwater.
Just
Mhm.
to expedite that, let's just say that I was there when he bought it, and I'll pick one up too.
Okay, sure.
What's the price on that?
50
gold.
GPs.
50 gold. Okay.
Yeah, 50
Mhm.
gold. And if you just search, like to get the item, I like to just search in the compendium. Like there's the main search bar. You can just search underwater. And It is the first thing that comes up, not the legacy version. But of course, you apply it by changing the thing on the weapon. I forgot about that. You actually go in the drop down and select it. But okay,
I picked up a scroll of Water Walk.
Beautiful. I like it.
All right.
Anybody
so
else?
I did, and I wanted to see what your thoughts on with this. I didn't know if you had wanted to maybe set this aside at some point, but I did want to go and meet the circus, the Wandering Circus.
Yeah, I think we should probably maybe
just
do
hold
that
off on
together.
That? Okay.
Just like, I mean, that'll be adventure time. So I mean, you know, you can totally do that first if you want, but it'll be like after we get out of downtime.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, that's why I wanted to wait.
Okay.
And then the only other thing I was doing during downtime, unless we need to do it during adventure time, was looking for that fourth person, because I don't know if they were faceless or if they were just there.
That'll be adventure time for sure.
Adventure time. Okay.
Okay. Anybody have anything downtime specific, or are we ready to kick it off?
So we're doing no on everything shields.
No, you can do it. I just don't know if the module's gonna work right. Just let me know if you run into issues. But yeah, you're free to buy anything from Everything Shields.
All right, I'm just gonna pick up +1 pot rune for my shield.
Beautiful. Okay. All right, I am unpausing the game.
Which companion was the rune in? The water. Where did you get it, Will?
We actually just want to go to your hand wraps. For runes, that's a little different. You just want to go to the hand wraps, and then there's a drop down for first property rune, I think they call it.
You have to edit the item.
Yeah, edit the item. And then go over to the rules. No, details, sorry.
Yeah, details. And then you'll see property rune first.
Yep.
It was the water.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Okay,
So,
I'm going to go over these property runes, but then I will get back to you as to which one I might want.
yeah, if you guys, you know, I'm fine with, like, if you want to put a little bookmark here and just say, hey, I did some shopping, but I haven't figured out exactly what it is. I'm totally fine with that. As long as, you know, when you do buy the stuff, you abide by the same rules and money that you had at this point. So yeah, let's jump into it. You guys have kind of like, I guess, 3 main things that have come up. Like, you have the Faceless Stalker issue, you have Father Chesadarde, and you have the Circus of Wayward Wonders. Then, of course, there's, you know, probably all kinds of odd jobs you can get into from Drenchport. It's up to you guys how you proceed.
I want to go look for that fourth guy, but I will do what the party suggests.
Bosco and Monty, of course, in tow, kind of nodding along, like, yeah, that fourth guy seems pretty important to track down.
Well,
yeah.
So, after hearing Dom, Spalder's friend say that it's been 2 years, blah blah blah, I want to go to somebody and ask him what year we're in.
Okay. Yeah, you walk up to just like a random person. You know, his name is John Smith.
Quiz time.
And he's like, yeah, it's 2 years after the tsunami. I don't know what year it is in Game World, but how does the years work, Dom? I never get it. It's like 4,700?
24. I mean, isn't it?
I think it's like 2,500 or 2,500
plus
our year.
And
then Tian Shad is like its own weird thing.
Different.
So there's a Galarian calendar sign.
Yeah. So the current date is 8 Desnas 4724. So yeah, in world that is going to be the year. But you guys think that it's 4722. Like you come out.
So we are missing 2 years.
At least that's according to the people you talked to in Drenchport.
Wait, did you say 4722? Because it says it's 4712 on the website.
Well, at one point it was 4712.
So it's not 4712.
No, 4724 was the current year.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. But just so you know, the way Paizo publishes stuff, the year always tracks the current year. So if it was 4712, then that means that was published in 2012. That was the year in Galarian when that was published.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah. I think I want to say, well, I can't remember. Yeah, it was Tavam. So Tavam, as soon as you hear about this 2-year thing, something kind of clicks. You made a check a while back, and you noticed there was something off about the stars.
The stars, yeah.
And you realize now, and I'm playing fast and loose with astrology. In Galarian, the constellations work a little differently, and what you noticed was actually that the constellations were just a little bit off because of the retrograde transition. They move a lot faster in Galarian. You could actually see it. So just a hair off. You only were able to notice because I think you rolled like a massive 24 or 25 on that check. Yeah. But now that you're hearing that, you're like, oh yeah, that exactly explains what I was seeing. I just couldn't really put my finger on exactly what was wrong.
I don't care about the 2 years, but now I know I'm right about those damn stars.
So then the next question is what happened?
I care about the missing 2 years so much, in fact, that I'm going to change my lead from one of my leads from Tovam's Eye to the missing 2 years.
Okay.
And I still have the Scourge of Veshnu as my other one.
I don't feel any younger.
You should feel older. I feel older.
This is strange. Well, that would explain the memory I received from that faceless stalker, us handing him some kind of device. I didn't happen to was I able to get a good look at the device to, like, could I see enough of it to kind of tell what it was, or maybe to
you can see enough of it. You can see enough of it to know. Well, yeah. You could do an Arcana check or a crafting check.
Do you think that this is why that some people knew who we were?
Sure,
because maybe we had been lost or missing.
I'm going to, before I do. Oh no, wait, I think it's a reaction.
I think somebody's been impersonating while we were gone, Meow.
Or we haven't been gone.
Or they thought we were dead and assumed our likeness.
Yes, Meow.
Yes.
Or we are dead.
What if this is what is it? The worst timeline? The darkest timeline?
The darkest timeline.
Yeah. Okay, Bosco. Gotcha. 25. Pretty good. You definitely don't recognize it. You did get a fairly good look at it. It's some kind of arcanotechnic device. You can see, like, in your mind's eye, you're kind of almost sort of rotating it and kind of inspecting the little pieces that you can make out from the angle that the memory came from, which was from the Faceless Stalker. And you can see there's some kind of lens apparatus on it. There's some sort of like weird knob, but it's like a multi-actuated knob. Like there's maybe 5 or 6 knobs all in one, and you just kind of like go down twisting it, like almost like a lock in today's world, but it wouldn't be that in this time. Okay. With a 25, you know it's way beyond your like you could never create something this fine or this incredibly detailed. Like it's so precise. And you've never seen anything like it at all. You can just kind of make out like maybe the lens must be used for some sort of focusing. Maybe the dials are used for some sort of tuning, like tuning into a particular thing. But that's really all the guess you could make about it. It's incredibly above you.
I need some paper and a stylus, and I want to try to sketch it out.
Okay. Do you have any hot skill feats for that? No.
I got. I mean, generic crafting.
Do it. Yeah, you could do a crafting check.
Just a generally sketchy guy, I guess.
Can I assist him?
If I do say so myself.
Can I assist him by like being the one that draws it and he just describes it?
Sure. Yeah, you could aid like that.
There you go.
Hey, good job.
All right,
Tucker.
what would it be? Would it be Arcana or crafting?
Crafting, yeah. If you're gonna be the drawer, for sure, crafting.
Okay.
So I'm looking for like a full-on.
Well, you do aid.
You do aid. Circumstance bonus
+1.
+1. Okay. Now this isn't. That's not going to be like a recall knowledge or anything. Holy smokes!
13.
No, that doesn't look right. Let's try again.
Cooperative.
I'm gonna burn a hero point.
Okay.
All right.
It's going to be one of those nights.
I mean, it's not bad.
It's not.
Yeah.
There's.
You didn't roll a 1.
Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
it's a it's a decent approximation. You have a hard time kind of like the knobs have all these like really fine, like you can. Like, you can almost feel like if you press your fingers into it, you would feel like the hard ridges of the knobs as you turn them, but you're not quite able to capture all those little details, but you get the gist.
Okay.
You gotta feel those hard knobs.
Yeah.
I wonder, Bosco, I wonder if your crafting friend might recognize it.
My crafting friend. Monty, do you know a crafting friend? Who are you?
You're my crafting friend.
Jamie with the gun.
Oh,
Is that-
yes,
is that what Monty
the
sounds like?
lovely Mrs. Smith. Yes, she's a fine individual. Yeah, I'd say we're fast friends. We could walk down to the Brood Awakening and speak with her about it. I hope we could be able to trust her.
Small detour, and from there we can either go to the circus or Father. What were we visiting?
The key.
The key. The key. So yeah, let's make it. If y'all are okay with it, stop at the smithy. See if anybody she knows anybody that could help us to identify this, and then we'll head to the amber foam with the key.
Yeah, it was either her or her. Evidently, her father is the famed smith in town. I'll just say Smith, but the smith working at the smithy.
The eponymous Smith.
The eponymous Smith.
Yeah, I'm not super convinced that she's may be able to help us, but if anything, maybe she'll be able to point us to somebody who can.
That's what I'm saying. Probably her dad. But yes, we'll start with her.
No. Surely she knows somebody else. No.
So you guys want to stop in to Janie's shop?
Yeah.
Okay. You swing in there, and she's like, "Oh, how can I help you?" And you explain what you're doing, and she kind of gives you this look. She raises an eyebrow, and she's like, "No, I still don't know what it is. I'm sorry."
What do you mean, still?
You came here just a few weeks ago and asked me about this. I'm sorry. You don't remember?
Jamie, you have such a
You don't
strange
remember?
sense of humor. I forget myself. What do you mean? A few weeks ago, you saw all of us here with the same
No,
contraption?
no, I didn't see you here. This one here with the fine blue clothes. Yeah, he came into my shop a few weeks ago. I don't remember exactly how long it was, but he asked me about this device he had. Just like that. I mean, this is okay. That's a decent sketch. But yeah, it was very. I've never seen anything like it. Beautiful,
And
beautiful work.
I was by myself.
Yeah, you came in alone.
Was it all of him, or was anything noticeable you remember different than how he looks now?
This is an unusual line of questioning. What do you mean?
Humor.
You
curious.
look just
Jamie,
like
I don't
you.
mean to frighten you. I just mean
Same clothes and everything.
Yes.
Similar. Yes.
Jamie, not
I
to
don't
be
remember all that well.
too
I whisper
frank,
to Wesley, "Do your Vulcan mind meld on her."
like Jamie, not to be too frank here, but
Mhm.
we're, and he kind of looks around Monty and kind of mimics his motion, and he's like, we're afraid there might be individuals mimicking our appearances. So, if you see this individual
Mimicking
here,
appearance.
as he's dressed, as fine of features as he has, and you're saying someone just like him appeared
She
here,
kind of like wipes her hands across her eyes and smudges.
it's even more. Just
Yeah, it's even more black all across her face, like charcoal almost.
Is she like the stereotypical hot nerd?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, if you cleaned her
okay.
up, she would be racially cooked.
Smoking,
for
yeah.
sure.
Or not, depending on the way you like it.
And she kind of like leans forward, and you can tell she's given it her all, and she's like, "I'm sorry. As far as I can tell, yes, it was you."
And again, humor me. Had you seen me prior to that encounter?
I've seen you around town a little bit, just for a few days, I think, before you came in the shop. But not much before that.
and anyone else with him, just by himself, each time.
Well, yeah, I mean, you came in on a ship, so I think you were with some people when I saw you around town. But
Did they
I
look
don't-
like?
yeah, maybe.
Have you seen?
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
maybe that guy.
fairly memorable
guy?
now.
She doesn't seem to. She seems to remember seeing you with Svalder and He. But she doesn't. She's like, maybe there were more. I don't. I'm sorry. I wasn't really paying all that much attention. I mean, you're a lovely man, I'm sure, but you're just not really my type.
I'm sure that
No,
you
I
would have
understand.
remembered me if I was there. So
We are in
Yeah.
Australia right now, right? That's what we're doing?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, right.
or is that New Zealand?
Lock it in.
Lock it in.
Lock it in.
Turn the
Neither of
key,
It's
throw it
not
away.
possible.
Just all over the
Yeah.
place.
Yep. Just trying to get my bearings. What part of the Galarian we're in here?
What part of the Galarian?
Oh god.
But
Did I happen to make? Did the person that you spoke to happen to make mention where he got the device or where he was going with it? Anything he said, could help us.
No, he was very hush hush about the whole thing.
Oh, that doesn't sound like me at all.
Okay.
That
Right.
wasn't me. Okay, so yeah, somebody's impersonating us.
So out of character.
We
When did the? Oh, sorry. You go ahead. You go ahead.
You should ask him if I said
I
something.
wasn't gonna say.
Yeah, that's a good point. That point over to Head. Did you ever hear him talking or anything?
Don't think so.
Okay.
But I mean, he's. I mean, a lot of people know him. He was healed by the great healer that came through town here.
The great healer. Who's the great
Yes,
healer?
how can you not remember? I'm going like Eastern European now. How can you not remember? You had some sort of wasting disease. You were on death's door, and there was
Was it Father Chesadarte that healed him?
No, there was a young woman who came through town. I don't remember her name. She was she was a priestess of some deity. I think maybe Pharasma, but I'm not sure.
Just for the sake of oh my god!
I was just like, can you roll a
Will.
crafting check, and let Hadron assist in drawing it to see if we can get a sketch of this woman?
I mean, she's like, I could try, but it's been a few weeks since I've seen her. My memory's not that good, unless it's alchemical formulas.
I got you. I understand.
If I may, I am able to probe memories.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Are you asking for permission to probe me? You know, I mentioned already that you're not really my type.
Finger right here, I think, and another finger right here.
It's all completely
is like something.
Yeah.
It may hurt a little bit.
Oh no!
If you're into that,
I promise.
She already says you're not her type.
I promise.
I mean, it does like how much damage does it do? Like a D8?
Like a D.
Something?
It may be 2d6 now.
Somebody's knocking on my door.
You can do non-lethal, right?
No.
You can choose non-lethal, right?
No, I don't think I can. Yeah. It's 2d8.
Yeah, I mean, just to give you context, in the real world, you would be worried that you might accidentally kill her, or even if you didn't kill her, like do serious permanent harm, you know.
Right.
So what would happen if you chained it? Would it lose its potency? Like if you did it to me while I was also holding on to her head or whatever you did to her, kind of thing.
I don't think it works that way.
Like have a cushion body,
like a cushion,
non-lethally.
Mind. Well, that's what I said, but you can't do that.
Can you cast down on a?
I think I would generally be okay with it, but I mean, I think the important thing in the context of the game world is that, you know, Wesley would be basically saying, hey, is it okay if I maybe like knock you into a coma with magical stuff?
I promise to heal you as soon as I'm done.
I'm just wondering, is Wesley okay with the moral implications of this? I mean,
before we take it to there, can I try to have her describe her one more time and let me try to draw a sketch of her?
Yes, by all means.
Okay, yeah. I mean, she's willing to give it a shot. She's like, she was, like I said, she was young. She had very soft, round features, very pretty face. She didn't belong here, and you could see it as soon as she came into town. It was like, who is this person? She was just pure and pristine. Sorry, that's not very helpful. She was, I guess, about 5'4". She had like golden blonde hair, and just a really nice, pretty girl. She never really smiled much. Kind of a flat effect, you might say.
You know, maybe somebody from the circus might know who she is.
Maybe.
That's a good point. When did the circus arrive?
I got here a few weeks ago too. I think maybe
Same time.
maybe after right after you left. I know your ship left a few weeks ago. don't really keep track of where the ships are
I don't-
going, but sometimes I notice when they go missing.
I don't suppose you caught the name of the ship that we were on.
So we could never ship that?
Yeah, it was the Constellation.
False.
Wait a minute. What?
Wait a minute.
So,
I'm beginning to think we did a job. Something happened and we lost 2 years. Is this Stargate?
Is this Star Trek?
Is this Star Wars?
did anybody want to aid me in my sketching
Yeah, I'll do
before
it.
I'm still
Sure.
aid? Okay.
Which skill?
Crafting, I guess.
Hadron's on it.
Hadron's on it, so that's a +1. Is that correct?
Plus 2, because it's
plus 2.
15 now.
Is my pursue a lead gonna? Oh, and I got, oh, never mind.
Yeah,
Cooperative.
I'd say.
Cooperative nature's a circumstance
Okay,
too.
yeah. Okay.
Well, let's hope for a good roll.
Okay.
Wow.
Maybe you should have crafted Wesley.
So you're okay. You're both just so it's still just a critical success. You got another.
Yeah.
You still got a +2.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Maybe somebody else should have actually done the actual drawing.
25.
25. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
We always roll higher on our aid rolls
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
we do on the. It
Yep.
doesn't matter who does it.
Yep.
You got Hadron and Wesley standing behind, like layered twofold. Patrick
no,
Swayze guiding your hand, sketching as you like. Just
And I
like, help.
feel so good about it.
It's
Yes.
like just 2 extra hands on your hands, just sketching.
And then out of nowhere, another set of hands come around. So there's 4 hands. There's more hands on the
I
face.
hunger for your touch.
It's wow.
You can
Sure.
stop this at any time, Tevin.
Oh,
you have the
I was getting
power.
real bad
I'm just
there
gonna
for a
let it
second,
go.
guys.
Just gonna let
Okay.
it
All right. This is our stream.
go.
This is where we're at.
Welcome in.
We're the Dungeon
time for a
Masters. We'll
break.
be here all week.
It is time for a break, but yeah, you do sketch a good image. It looks like, it comes out with this, like, just like she described, kind of this flat effect, young woman, but almost also kind of indeterminate age. Like you look at her and you're like, maybe she's like early 20s, and you're like, maybe she's like mid 30s. It's just really hard to tell. You've drawn her with very clear skin, so she looks like she's younger than a person out here would typically look at any given age.
Does when I look
go
at the sketch, does she look familiar to me?
No, she doesn't look familiar to any of you.
Okay.
You don't recognize her, but it is detailed enough that you feel like if you showed it to people, maybe if somebody did meet her, they might be able to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so with that, let's take a break. I got to take this dog outside, and we'll meet back here in just a few.
So we need to find a Kinko's and put some looking for person posters around.
Yeah, seriously. Rip Hadron.
Oh,
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, I cut out. I couldn't hear anybody.
We left for a minute.
yeah. We'll take a quick break.
Oh. Wow. I just went so quiet so fast.
Come on, Tuck. Come on, man.
Could nobody hear me?
No, I haven't heard you say anything in quite some time.
Why were you
Let
just
it probably
talking
did
just
cut
now?
out.
Oh.
I mean, yeah. Before I left, I was like, anybody
Yeah.
hear me?
When you rolled that crafting aid, I was wondering why you did that because it just was out of nowhere.
Yeah, we
Well,
didn't
because
hear
I
him.
asked him if he wanted to, but
Oh,
I never
yeah,
heard anything.
I
Yeah,
heard that. Yeah.
You just didn't
That
say
was like
anything.
one of the last things I heard.
Well, we can hear you now, so it's probably a good thing that you bounced.
All right. Get a little bit more tea. I'll be right back.
Tevis, I must say, as somebody
Hello.
that's had to walk dogs before, that was really, really fast.
Well, she does her business.
And the stairs.
Oh, yeah,
You look a
still-
little disheveled.
Yeah, you do
Oh,
look a
it's
little
rough. It's
disheveled.
rough.
I wanted to retcon a equipment purchase, some thieves tools,
Hmm.
a toolkit.
I think
decided
I
you're-
have those.
Not made out for the thieving lifestyle.
Well, no. I want to buy some.
Oh, I have some
I haven't.
too.
Okay, sure.
Well, I've got a set now too, because for the most part, that's probably going to be what my flexible study skill
Okay.
is, unless I say otherwise.
Awesome. It's awesome.
Awesome sauce. So, like, one thing I wish Foundry did, since we're still waiting for people to get here, like, one of the features of the Whip Claw is that it's hampering, but it doesn't put that in the description unless you hover over it. Never mind, I'm just an idiot.
Oh, okay.
Because if you do hover over the actual tags, it actually does tell you that you can do that. So never mind.
Yeah, I can never remember how hampering works. So, if you use it, we'll look it up.
We'll do some hovering.
Mm-hmm. Some serious hovering.
Yeah, you just use an interact action to thrash the weapon, making the square difficult terrain.
Don't you think you should thrash your enemies rather than the weapon?
Yeah, but like, say I've already attacked twice, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to make a successful third attack. I could use it to thrash and make that square difficult terrain.
I'm a bit of a fan of thrash metal too.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to go to bed wearing headphones and listening to, like Pantera, Cowboys from Hell, really thrashing.
Yep. And every Monday morning
Got that kind of work.
gotta make sure you take out the thrash.
Out here where I live, you can take it out whatever day because you're burning it.
Oh God. Oh, it hurts. Gotta burn that trash.
Yeah, but the non-burn, yeah, you take that out on Wednesday night because they pick up early Thursday. Shit, it's Wednesday night.
Here we are.
Yep, here we are.
Full circle.
So while we're waiting for everybody, next sesh, we're gonna do the test play,
Playtest.
right?
Yeah, for Battle Cry.
What day is that?
That'll be the next regularly scheduled, which is the 17th.
Week from Friday.
Yeah. So Swing is going to be running that session, and I'm going to be jumping in a little bit late because I have to go to a graduation that evening.
Is that World up?
Yeah, I think it was earlier today.
In level 10, you said, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's level 10. It's free archetype. It's Ancestry Paragon. We haven't talked about money yet, I don't think. I was going to ask him about it, but...
Oh, that was weird.
That was a question I was having too. Yeah, money.
I figured it would be just standard for level. What
I figured we'd probably go more than that so we could buy lots of cool shit.
Well, here he is. We can ask him
The
now.
link in the chat by chance?
Swing, did you think we should do a lot of money for our level 10 playtest?
Like all the money, really, right?
A lot? Like, what's a lot?
Well,
like, it's
why don't
a
you-
level
100
equivalent?
platinum.
I put in my character sheet in the game world in Foundry what I would buy if I could just buy stuff. And it's pricey. It's pricey, but everything's on the level. Everything's on the level.
Pricey? How pricey are we talking?
I'll let you look at it. Look, I don't want to talk numbers. I don't want to talk numbers.
I have it open
Okay.
as we're talking.
Because right now I want to talk about feelings. All right.
I want to talk about this.
The question I have is, Tevis, if somebody came at you with this same discussion, what would your response be as the GM?
I'd say hell yeah. You know I'm always trying to give you guys tons of money.
I don't know. Can I roll deception?
Sense motive.
Yeah.
Tucker, it's in the tabletop general. If you just scroll up.
I have
some.
not. Yeah, I haven't pinned it. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. I can repost it if you'd like, or just DM it to you, Tucker.
Either way.
I mean,
I could pun it.
So it's in general at the top?
Tabletop general.
tabletop.
Tabletop general.
I pinned it on the
Jealous.
tabletop gen.
I see it.
Yeah, and that's got the password on there.
Wonderful. Thank you. I mean, I'm open to it. I mean, I don't want to just
Yeah,
look at
mine.
your sheet and I see named
Can we do-
items there. I was like, okay.
Are we
Yeah.
talking uncommon enough? Like rare even?
Well, I mean,
I mean, it's just a playtest, so we may not even carry these characters over to another playtest.
right.
So sure, why not?
Well, and
I'm
you know,
open. Some,
my argument for more cash is that the starting money by level is meant to be like the bare minimum, right?
Yeah.
So if we're wanting to play test, like, what if we were actually these adventurers? We'd been playing since level 1. You know, we would probably have a lot more money than the bare minimum.
And we
Or-
might have come across a rare item or two.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I always just assume that, you know, rare and uncommon items have to be run by the GM. But, you know.
Yeah. I'm open to discussing like rare items. Uncommon, I'm okay with.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not doing like really unique like
Right.
ancestries and stuff to get like weird broken builds. So I mean, I haven't fielded any of those questions yet. But no, I say if it's a specific piece of gear that's rare or worse, and you think
Rare
it'd be
or
like
worse.
or like something like really cool to your build specifically, or something you're trying to do fun for that, like you're trying to do a specific like weapon type.
The rule of
build,
cool. You know.
Then
The
yeah,
rule of
we can-
cool. Yeah.
we can go from there. Because yeah, this playtest, I mean, y'all might end up just clown shoeing these fights just based off of the capabilities of the classes in this playtest combined with these other folks running other classes, which I'm hopefully, yeah, I'm excited to see the potential. But
If,
I like a
uh,
good clown shoe.
yeah,
If
I
I
plan
may
to just-
suggest Swing,
Mhm.
Tevis, I know you've got
Go.
a. Is it a Path Builder import? Is that what Path Muncher is?
Yeah, Path Muncher. Yeah.
Muncher. Okay. Yeah.
If you could get
That's
that
what I was-
installed,
What is that?
Path Muncher.
How long have you had this?
Hmm?
How long have you had this?
Since
Because I've been doing everything manually.
Don't lie to me.
since I
Well, once
since I
it's-
made this game world, I think I put I did an update like a few sessions back,
Sorry.
and I mentioned it in the chat, but
No,
nobody
it's
reads
fine.
it.
Nobody
Sorry.
would take it.
Tucker and Chris out there for a second. I'm gonna back out and punch in Path Muncher while we're chit chatting. But yes, as far as money equivalent equipment, I'm okay with kind of stretching that past, kind of going with the idea that y'all have been adventuring. Y'all would have either more uncommon gear and more expensive runes on top of those sets pieces of gear. Yeah, I'm all right with that.
So
But yeah,
Decker guys
so-
out like they're level 20, even though they're level 10. I got you.
I mean,
No, you still have to
to
buy
the
level
level.
10 and under
Yeah.
items.
to the
Okay.
level.
Oh, to the level.
Yeah.
Okay, my
Yeah.
bad, my bad.
Yeah,
So
I think
we
I
need
ended up
we
spending
need, like,
about
a-
4,500 gold. I think I don't know. It's the total wealth.
And do you know off the top of your head what your like
Are
the
there-
level 10
are the new
suggested
classes set up
starting
in
is?
there?
Like the starting, I think was like 2,000 something. I'm not sure.
2,300.
23.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if you
So
can
it's
give
about
me
double starting. Like what
About
I have
double
was
starting.
about double starting. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
reasonable
As a
or not,
wizard,
but-
I don't know if I'd use that much, but
Yeah.
it's just hard to say.
I mean,
as a
basically
fighter,
what I
will.
did was I got a weapon with a +2 potency rune, and a striking rune, and then I got 2 property runes. One of them, I think it was like a 9 and a 7 or something like that on the levels. And then I got, I took a named armor, but it's the same price as if you took a, I think it's the same price as if you did a +1 resilient armor, like a regular one. Maybe it's a little more expensive. I don't know. But
Just lie to me so good.
I'm not lying to you. I wouldn't lie to you.
Sure,
But
sure.
the silk voice,
Come on,
right in the eyeballs.
sell me
And
on
then-
it, baby. Oh.
And then I grabbed, a few like consumable things, some arrows, because I'm playing a ranged ranger. So I was like, I should have some magical ammunition to go along with this.
Fair
So-
enough.
What?
Along that same line of thinking, though, I do want to get with you about like the number of spells I've known, because it's potentially I would know more spells than what is just allocated
Oh, because you're
in my
doing a
spell-
wizard.
because I'm
Yeah.
doing a wizard in my actual spell book versus
I mean, theoretically, but I mean, realistically, for a day of adventuring, like, if we're doing a playtest and it all happens in the same day,
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to pre-prepare different spells. But I don't know if you're doing
True.
like spell substitution or anything to do the quick swaps.
I was doing split spell on one of them. I don't remember if I did spell substitution or not. I'll have to
You know,
remember. have to
I got
look.
one question, and then we should probably start going. It's getting a little
Mhm.
late.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what are we playtesting anyway?
Battle Cry, the Commander and Guardian.
Okay.
So I think Dom's playing Commander and Tucker's playing Guardian. And I mean, I've never had a problem with people doubling up if they want to, but
Yeah.
I personally am playing a Ranger. Luke, are you joining the playtest? Have you said what you're doing? You're not doing it?
I think this is the first I even heard about it.
Oh, okay. Well, the next regularly scheduled session, which is the 17th, is actually going to be the Battle Cry playtest.
So yeah,
Me-
if you'd like to
so-
participate, you're welcome to make a regular character, a playtest character, or what was it? The most recent playtest was
War of the Immortals, yeah. Animist
War
and
of-
Exemplar.
yes, those two are still within the playtest content. Last I checked, so they're available as well. Because yeah, that book, Howl of the Wild, was that? Are those in Howl? Well, yeah, that just
No.
No,
Those
no.
haven't come out. Those drop, I think, in July or something like that. Is when they
okay.
actually come out.
So I was wrong. But yeah, if you're welcome to make a character, jump in. It should be pretty cut and dry, kind of a little bit of RP, and then jump into combat of varying degrees to kind of test multiple situations. And yeah, so if not, if you just want to hang out and heckle the rest of the folks in there, great. Sure to be crazy builds. Then
Or just grant us your beginner's luck.
But yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's kind of a
fluke, if you will.
it's a good time to like try out a build idea that you're like, I'd like to do this, but I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to ever really play it. That's mostly what I do.
Yeah, and I think I'll be doing a cleric of some sort.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
great.
I'm doing a
Classes
wizard.
in there.
I'll have to look into it.
New
Yeah.
ones.
cool beans. All right.
right.
Well, let's get back into it here. I know we're still missing Dom, but hopefully he'll be back soon.
Okay.
Tucker, I'm assuming you're here.
I'm here.
Nice.
I'm going to fear the worst. Tucker.
Yeah, I assume always. Okay, so let's say you now have your sketch. It's pretty recognizable. You leave the brood awakening, and what do you guys do?
Head to the Amber Foam, I believe.
Yeah.
You said we were gonna hit. Yeah.
The Amber Temple.
Okay,
What?
so you run up to the Amber Temple.
I'll be looking for the woman
Oh.
on the sketch as we're moving towards the Amber Temple, just in case.
Okay.
But yeah,
You don't see her.
And
Um,
any of the
it's
rest,
Not even a roll.
and any of the rest of us.
Yep, you don't see her.
I'll aid.
But you do see each other, which is great.
we do see each other.
Mm.
Okay. The key, does it have a room number on it, or is it just like we're gonna have to like go check them all, or?
It does have a room number, like really roughly sort of carved into the brass key. And it's 306.
306. I figured it was going to be up on the third floor. So I suggest we head up to the third floor. Because if we recall, Tavam did put down a couple gold pieces to buy some rooms for a while.
I think we should be a little stealthy about this.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we can trust that.
Yeah, stuff. What's that?
Do we want to do in? Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. So
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull you guys up to the upper end,
Oh yeah.
where
Oh.
you
This
once.
This
were.
looks familiar.
This does look familiar. I was on that floor last session.
Doesn't look
I
familiar at
mopped
all.
this floor with my blood.
I was mopped with this floor.
My face.
I
was
think
doing
I'm
the
missing Bosco here. Gonna pull
Mopped
everybody
it.
in and kick
Oh.
everybody out.
Hello.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to go see what. I can't move anymore.
So, the numbers here are crazy.
The
Room
numbers,
number
Mason.
306, as you go around, you're like 301, 302, 303, 304, 305, and then it jumps across the hall. This is 306.
You know, you got to go all the way down to the end of the hall just to check.
Way to
the
go,
counters.
Tucker. Way to go.
Let's get ourselves
Always
Who's got the
extra.
feedback?
nice and surrounded. I think it's Tucker.
Damn it, Tucker.
Which one was 306? The one I'm standing
Is that
in front
better?
of?
This one right here.
A little bit, yeah. Okay.
The door appears locked to me. We use
Should
the
I
key.
just
We
Bust
do
it
have
down.
a key.
I do have a gun.
I'd like to use.
Maybe somebody should listen at the door first.
I mean, I'll listen. We could all listen, I guess.
Well,
Okay.
I don't know if we could all at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, and just to give you a little ambiance here, it is like early in the day, so there's not a lot of noise up here right now, but you do hear like periodically you'll hear like a chair scrape along the wood from one of these other rooms. From this room so far, you haven't heard anything. You can roll a perception check if you'd like.
I would like.
Save him with a 23. 26.
I had to roll higher because I was further away.
Good.
Exactly. Yeah. That checks out.
Okay, Wesley, you're like listening as closely as you can from that great distance.
Mhm.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Similarly, listening super closely, you do
I'm
not
not.
hear any sounds coming from inside that room.
I want to check the door for traps.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Another perception check. Let's roll better this time.
They're probably trapped from the inside.
I would think so, but hey, well, I don't think there's any traps. I think we're good to go in. Let's
You don't see any traps.
Do you have the key?
For traps.
Yeah, we
and
got the
not
key.
door.
Yeah.
No, do you have the key? Do you have the key? Who has the key?
I think
I
I
don't
Yeah,
found it.
Tavam.
Well,
I think Tavam
yeah,
has it.
yeah,
Okay.
I think I found the key. So yeah, sure.
I step aside. I step away from Devil.
I take a step back.
What? Do you not trust me after all this time? As I turn the key and
I do believe that your tail is still singed.
You turn the key and unlock the door, and it sort of, slowly creaks open, and it's like opening up. You can kind of see into the room. It's dark, but there's a little light coming from down the hallway. And then I need you to make a reflex saving throw.
Hey
son
yo.
of a
And I'm gonna need
Liar, liar.
Hera
Cat's on fire.
and Bromir to also give me a reflex saving throw.
Is this magical?
Oh my God, Tavam! It is magical.
Use your action.
It's a nimble little minx.
Them cat-like reflexes.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
Magical effect.
So I get a +1 circle.
Okay.
Reflex.
Reflex, yeah.
This place is cursed.
Cursed. I'll show them
Do
cursed.
I need to make a save?
Who are you? Where are you?
I don't even see him.
Oh, you're under somebody. Who are you under?
Oh, am I?
Yeah, you're gonna need to make a save too.
They're standing behind.
Oh my God.
Okay. Reflex.
What are all those status?
Tuck, you should remove the
Tuck.
restrained and conditions all off of you, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
As a reaction, also, I'd like to go to Tiger.
Go to what now?
Meow. Tiger's thing.
Tiger
Chances
do that.
are combat only.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
plus-
encounter only.
That's what I meant, encounter. Combat's like the same thing, kind of.
I mean, this could be considered an encounter.
This could
Encounter is
be.
anytime you need to keep track of turns.
But didn't he
Did
use
we
his
roll initiative?
reaction?
Okay.
Reaction for
17.
orc superstition?
Adron, you have failed. Everybody else succeeded, and Tavam critically succeeded. And I guess he was kind of able to duck right behind the door. A huge blast of this icy, frosty cold just rips through the opening, dealing
Holy God.
A lot of D10s.
47 cold damage.
Bromir
so
walks away.
Those of you who succeeded take half damage. Hadron takes the full 47.
And I
What's
take
death
no
again?
damage.
None.
Goes unconscious.
Wow.
What is? How much is death?
You have
Is
to
it
take
like
your
half?
entire. You have to take your entire HP in one hit
Into
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 negative.
negative. Yeah.
Well, I have 32, and I just took 47.
Yeah, you would
Fine.
need to die at full HP. You would need to take double your HP in one hit,
Double. Okay.
64.
assuming you're at full health.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't notice any traps. I swear.
As you look, you can see the wall opposite the door now is just covered in frost, and it's this, physically cold in the hallway now. You hear a couple of voices from distant rooms, what the hell was going on out there?
No, we're fine.
It's so
we're fine.
cold.
Housekeeping.
How are you?
Everything's fine. How are you?
Somebody just say housekeeping.
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 All right.
Want me to jerk you off?
You want to use me for pillow?
What kind of place
Oh
is
my
that?
god. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so Wesley is healing Hadron.
Yeah.
Okay. You heal Hadron. Hadron, you, I assume, get back up. You're covered in frost. Your hands are stiff from the cold.
Now, if I gave you too much, the excess is temp HP for a little while.
I don't think you gave him
No.
too much.
I could take more.
What it's like chew 5 gum.
Yes, it is. So you walk into the room, you don't see anybody in here. And you can see there's a chest on the side, a small table, a small chair, small bed. Pretty bare room.
I'll start
Olaf.
searching.
I'm gonna wrap some bandages.
Okay.
Let's hear that rap.
Very nice.
Do I need to roll like perception or anything?
Yeah, you can give me a perception to search. Okay. You search through the room and it's very sparse, like almost like nobody's been staying here. The only thing that really sticks out to you is that the chest on the side of the room is locked. And you kind of like look at the room key and it's very clearly not made for this chest.
All right, I want to check the chest for traps.
Before he starts doing
Can I
things,
aid?
I'm going to check the room.
Okay. Feel free to aid and check the room.
Is that a
All right.
perception check
So-
to aid or?
Sure. Yeah.
So noticing while I'm searching the room, him fidgeting with the chest.
Mhm.
I haven't
Walk
started
out.
finishing yet. I'm just looking.
You can look
okay,
at
I
it
am the
and
king
it'll
of
go off.
aids.
Nice.
So,
Wow.
who did you aid? Me for the checking
Yeah.
traps?
Yes,
or-
yes, you,
Okay.
not me.
Yes,
So you get a
absolutely.
+2, B will.
All right, so let's see what happens when I check for traps on this.
I'm so glad I
I
stepped
don't
out.
see any
Gonna
traps.
die.
It doesn't
All
look
right,
like there are any
hold up.
traps on it.
Before you try to pick it, let me get out the room.
He just said there weren't no traps.
There's no traps.
He said
I
that.
don't-
He said that at the
You don't
door,
trust your
too.
friend?
I didn't take any damage. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. That was something else.
You know what? Here,
Yeah,
let me.
that wasn't
I'm
the
gonna
trap
step
that
over
did the
here.
damage. It was the frosting that did the damage.
All right, I do have my thieves' tools, so I'm going to try to.
Yeah,
Does
shield
anybody
me. Shield me.
Anybody want to help me pick the lock? Anybody?
Nope.
No.
No, you're
Okay.
good.
I believe that you have it. I believe that you're fine. Yes.
Oh, it almost landed on the P.
You just
know
lost
what?
your pee.
I did, but you know what I'm gonna do? I got that great thing earlier today, so let's. Oh baby, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You got your pee back.
So it is a very complicated lock. It looks like, whoever secured this box, like this is not just a regular old lock. So you're kind of weaving in through the tumblers and you're dodging this and dodging that and keeping these all locked in place, and then eventually you get that and you're able to pop the lock on the first attempt. The lid of the chest kind of like boom, comes up just a little bit, and I need you to make a reflex save.
God dang it! All right, so let's make a reflex, and
All
before
the
you
people who need to
decide
make
whether or not
reflex
I.
saves, you're the good one. Oh dear
No,
God.
no, wait. I still have another hero point. I think I will use that.
I think you should.
You won one earlier.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
This is how he died.
So it went from
So-
a fail to a crit fail
Save him.
because you hero
That-
pointed it.
It's still just a fail, unfortunately. But another blast of the same icy cold comes flying out of the chest.
Oh, that's a lot of zeros.
A lot of zeros, my guy.
Oh, God.
45 points of cold damage.
I'll just saunter back into the room.
As you
As
saunter
soon-
back
as
in, you
soon
see
as I
Tatum's
hear the
You hear the
explosion.
mane just covered in white blue ice.
He becomes a snowman or snowcat.
Kind of let out a little sigh.
Do you want to build a Tavam?
It doesn't have to be a Tavam.
Oh, you
With,
guys are killing
with
me.
my teeth chattering, I'm gonna be like, could you use a little help, please?
It's like,
And I'll take that healing. Thank you.
oh, wait, hold on, don't move.
Wow.
And you start pulling out the med kit again. Hang on.
I just imagine like his hair sticking up frost.
Are you guys able to see this chest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you able to see its
Yeah.
contents?
Ooh.
Yes. Oh, is that a striking?
What?
I think
Nobody
that's
wants
mine.
miniature horse?
I think that's
Nobody's
mine.
going to talk about this?
The miniature horse, yeah.
What do you think
Totally.
I was oohing about?
It's totally
What am I
not
gonna do?
Chris.
Just strike
my
him?
bad. Yeah,
I
you
mean,
don't want this
I think I paid the price for that. I think that striking room's mine. I'm just saying.
There is
It's
also...
not our fault you can't find a trap.
No, but it is my fault that I got hurt.
This is why we have trust issues with you.
I feel like this is a classic roll-off situation.
I am
mean,
in agreement.
Yeah.
Who is interested in the striking room?
Oh, I'm definitely interested in that,
Everyone?
yeah.
I should.
I
Just
got the 7.
Who is the locked chest?
I rolled the 7.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
He's arguing on behalf of the locked chest, keeping it.
I just had it targeted when I rolled.
I think it stays in the chest.
So, well, I
This
guess we
belongs
gotta
in the
leave it
locked
behind.
chest.
It's the chest.
How does one roll a 20?
Just roll /roll.
Slash roll
1d20.
1d20.
Yeah.
I think you can also click
With
this little
slash.
die. No, you can't.
Yeah,
Oh,
or
that's
something.
another mod.
Yeah, it's a mod.
Ugh.
You can also
12
do
from the locked
/R.
chest. Hey guys, I really need you to select your own characters. Who's the 12?
That was
Stop
me. That was
Oh my
me.
god, I hate you guys.
So since we didn't target ourselves, all right,
Dom.
let me target myself and roll.
I guess
Oh,
we
no,
gotta start over.
No, I just figured we'd target the locked chest because, hey. But I got the 12.
I'm 8.
Oh,
I got the 4.
but you had a 7.
No, I got a 4. The locked chest got a 7.
Wow. So, Bosco, are you rolling for this?
No.
Okay.
Let my locked chest over Rune and I'm just kind of peeking over their shoulders while they're.
It's
Dom,
looking
you
like
want
the
in on
12
this
has
action?
it.
You want in on this action, Dom?
I don't think Dom can really use it.
runes.
Don't
Can I
use
buy
it?
your roll?
Can you buy a roll? Oh, no. No, I'm
Well,
sorry.
in that case,
cannot.
I got to roll too.
I'll
Oh,
buy your
shit.
roll.
All right, if
Is
you're
that-
rolling, roll.
Is
But
that
I
the
get to
12?
roll
The
it.
12 takes it?
Oh,
Yeah, you
roll?
get to roll it. I'll give you a platinum if you win.
You guys are the worst.
I mean,
No, I think that's worth at least 65 gold.
We gotta get
Oh,
this
dear
out of the
God.
way before we can roll off for the marvelous miniature horse.
Yeah, that's funny. Chris will roll it and we think we're the freaking horse the whole time.
yeah. I mean, yeah, if you're rolling,
rolls a
roll. 'Cause
13.
if not, it's going into my inventory.
Oh my god. It's getting late.
It's getting late, guys.
Why did you put the horse in there? See, now we're all talking about the horse.
So who's rolling off on the horse?
I mean, since you asked, I'll roll. Oh.
I'm reading the horse right this second.
Yeah.
Wait, do you have the horse?
No, the horse
it's
is
in the
still in the
box.
chest.
Oh.
So it's basically a little miniature horse, and you can activate it, and it will turn into a real life riding
Right.
horse for 8 hours. But then it
Oh,
crumbles-
nice. The live chest is going to
chest-
keep the horse.
Chest wins.
20?
Come into this house, think you can beat the
Who rolled
house.
the 20?
I don't know.
The chest, you know what? The chest.
I
keeps
don't
all of
believe it.
I'm taking the striking rune back.
He's taking his shit and going home.
Gonna lock the chest again. Start over.
Dave has to freaking pick the lock.
Reset the trap again, please.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get outside first.
The trap actually goes off while you guys are fighting over who gets the loot.
No, I did what I was supposed to
It's
do.
a
I clicked
resetting trap.
myself.
Listen, I'm not. It's not up to me. You know.
I'm sorry. I meant to. I forgot to deselect the chest. I'm sorry.
The horse was the trap the whole time. That's what.
Yeah,
So, but no, really, who rolled the 20?
I
You
did
guys
actually
know?
roll the 20,
Okay. Oh my
but
god.
I was doing it kind of jokingly. I did not expect to win, so you can
Well,
take my 20 away.
Do you want to give somebody the horse, or do you want to just not have rolled and it
Um,
goes to Bromir?
I will give the horse who rolled.
Wait, how did it go
the-
back to not locked chest? Was it always not locked chest?
Who rolled the 8 in the first set of rolls?
I think it was, huh?
Was it Heh?
Yeah, I think that was Hay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to her. Here's your consolation prize. You get the horse.
Gold.
Marvelous miniature horse. Go ahead and drag that in. It is a one-time use item, but still, you never know when that could come in handy.
Whenever you need a friend.
All right.
Make sure and drag that into your inventory there, Luke. This offer won't last. Okay.
Gone.
He's got to reset the trap on us.
All right. Now the trap goes off again for the third time. I haven't rolled for the second one yet, but no. There is also in the chest what looks to be a letter. It was sealed with wax, but you can see the wax seal is broken.
Yeah.
Was there like a sigil on the wax or some kind of a logo of some sort, insignia? If we put it back,
it's just like it's like a geometric design, like a sort of a
like a
almost like
D20?
Like a circle?
It's like a series of overlapping spirals, and like the more you kind of look at it, you like try to follow the line, and it never really seems to end, and you almost kind of get lost in the symbol for a moment.
Like a Celtic symbol?
Yeah, similar. Yeah, but a lot more complicated.
Can I roll a recall knowledge on that?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna cast. I'm also, while I'm at it, I don't think I've used this one yet. Scholarly recollection. As a reaction, it allows me to basically get a fortune effect on my roll on a recall knowledge check. Going to bed.
Cool.
All right, I'll leave you, kiddo. Good night.
So, boss.
I'm guessing society.
Yeah. So you could do society or occultism.
Oh, they're both about the same.
Can I get down on that too? Just out of curiosity.
Sure.
I'll roll.
You want to roll your
on
own
that.
or aid?
I don't think I'm going to aid. I think I might just roll my own.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah.
Is this in any way related to my lead? The missing 2 years.
Yeah, I'd say sure.
Okay.
I think I might aid him actually, just because that would make more sense.
Go ahead and aid him.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Okay.
Vasco's gonna pull out his spyglass.
Okay, it's one of those nights.
Incredible.
I'm like fumbling around with it, like I'm pointing to it, and I'm just getting all up in the way, and I think I might have torn it.
-1 circumstance penalty.
Is it for a crit fail?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just one?
Hmm?
I thought it was.
I thought it was -2.
Because a fail's nothing. Okay.
Yeah, fail has no effect. So.
Yeah.
All right, so that just cancels out my pursue a lead.
Okay. Sure.
Because it's circumstance as well.
It's circumstantial.
Yeah.
At
All right.
best.
Okay. It tickles your brain, like there's something that you want that you want to remember, but you can't. It feels familiar, but you just can't figure it out.
Bosco's gonna pull out his spyglass and peek from outside of the range of this like confetti cannon on the door that's been blasting people repeatedly, and try an occultism after he spots spirals within spirals.
Okay.
Can I aid him in that?
Sure.
In his check?
I'm just gonna call it
I
out.
also before we break the seal, I would like to sketch it as well.
Well, the seal is already broken, so you're kind of.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's
yeah.
why we're having so much trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see that there is still paper inside the envelope, but you're fairly certain you're not the first person to read this.
Gotcha.
Nobody's yet tried to even read what was in the.
So yeah, that's a critical.
We're not that
success.
far.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting
Yeah.
there.
That's
Piece
on
by
the aid.
piece. Piece by piece.
That was a critical success on the aid.
Yeah. Yeah. So +2 for Bosco's check. Want to grab a drink?
So, kind of shorthand, reg suck aid from Wesley. It's a circumstance. Bonus +1. But roll.
I've always been a big fan of Reg Suck Aid myself.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, it just doesn't really ring a bell to you. Definitely looks occultist. Some kind of weird, like otherworldly, abnormal thing. But just can't put your finger on it.
I'm gonna hero point that, and then.
Okay. Same.
Nope. Hero
So
Today
Just
is not
throw
the
'em
day
into
for
the
hero
sea.
points.
So I imagine Wesley and I were fumbling around with the trying to look at the seal, and I was kind of getting in his way, and he was getting annoyed with me after he looked it up and noticed Bosco over there looking at the door. So he walked over there and helped him with the door. So I like to look in the envelope and look at the contents of the envelope.
Okay. The contents of the envelope. It is. Let's see. Need to pull something up here.
Was it a handout?
Diane, it's not a handout, though. I realize I probably should have.
It's the plague. You hear
Um,
him coughing. No.
It's the Rona.
Yeah, right. I think it's. I don't know. I think it's.
Where is he? Where's he putting
Drug.
that?
I don't know.
This is written in a language that none of you understand.
Bet.
Wow.
Oh.
Bet.
Oh, but I'm gonna cast another
The
spell.
library? Yeah.
Oh.
Whatever it's called.
Translate.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna touch. I'm gonna cast it on myself.
I'm gonna be like, I
And
can't
read
read
the
this.
letter.
Okay.
Wesley, can you read
Does
this?
it? Will it tell me what the language is by chance? Will I
It
be
does
able
not.
to discern. Okay.
It just makes it so you understand the
Okay.
the language, the words.
Imagine doing that though, looking at it in a language you have no clue what it is, but then also knowing what it says.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
basically like I kind of imagine as you cast it, like the words kind of swim
EFM.
across the page, and
Yeah.
and they change into common or some other language that you understand.
That's neat.
EFM.
PFM, right? Performance food group.
Yeah.
Nailed it. So as you read the letter, it says,
And I'm gonna read it out loud so everybody gets
okay.
it.
It says, well, let's see. I haven't written this down just yet, so I'm gonna have to
Can you-
make sure
can
I
you go ahead and
formulate
read
the
that?
words correctly. Maybe I'll just type it
Gotta
out.
write it down right. Yeah.
Or maybe.
Right?
Interestingly enough,
right?
at level 2 spell, it only allows me to understand it. I cannot speak it.
Right. Yeah.
So
Um,
how could you translate to that? Or tell us that?
Well,
he had-
I mean, he can relay
read
it.
it and understand
Yeah.
it. I'll just speak it out in common as I
Yeah.
read
Oh,
it.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if I were to cast it because somebody was talking to me, I would be able to understand what they were saying, but I would not be able to communicate back with them
Right.
Gotcha.
in that same language.
Okay.
Do you know the language as part of that spell, or you just understand
No.
it? No. Okay.
Just understand
Said
it.
he doesn't know the language.
Unless O based and benevolent GM would allow me a society recall knowledge check to understand it. Or to determine it.
Excuse me. If the based and
it's-
benevolent GM could stop coughing for a damn second.
You want me to aid you on that?
Actually,
No.
either that or I could do a glean lore check on it.
Well, like I said, I probably handed you the note anyway because I was like, I
Right.
can't. So you can go ahead and lead Lore.
Okay.
I feel like something's
Okay.
happening.
Then again, the language may be immaterial. Or the answer to what language it is may be in the reading.
Or perhaps the answer is on the paper in which it is written.
It says,
Where is this paper from?
the plan is coming together. The Druid's playground disrupts our great work. To build the tunnel, he must be removed. Send the Constellation crew to deal with him. When you've received the device, you will need to cleanse it before you send it to us.
Huh.
Can you repeat that, Wesley?
The tunnel goes according to plan. The Druid's playground disrupts us. Send the crew of the Constellation to deal with them. And be sure to cleanse the device.
Before you send it to me.
Roughly
before you send
translated.
it. Yeah.
You didn't leave anything out, did you?
Oh, hey, it's right there in chat. Hey,
Oh, hey,
for
look at
me,
that.
I did pretty good.
All right.
I thought you were doing that on purpose.
He's so in character. He doesn't even know when he's not.
Beautiful.
It's so good. It's so good. Oh man,
Excellent.
it's so deep.
I think he needs a hero point for that one,
It's a
baby.
build.
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right, we'll give him a
revisit
hero
it.
point.
All
We'll give him a
right.
hero
Yeah.
point.
Hey, look at that.
Hey,
look at
Hey,
that. Thank you.
He
Thank
is
you.
based.
He is based and benevolent.
He is not cringe.
He is not mid. He is not
He is, he is,
cringe.
n- he is not. He is not based nor
He is
cringe.
the
But he is
ancient.
mid.
He is the land.
Okay.
One must die. Anyways,
The joke never will, though.
Hmm.
so yeah. What do you guys make
Do you
of
think that they are talking about the druid that we've killed or died, rather?
Most assuredly.
I wasn't even paying attention. I'm gonna walk right up to Bosco and go, Can you put this in my sword?"
What is going on
Just
right
been like,
now?
he's just been like rubbing this new toy he found in just.
Ugh.
Hey,
The
can you
striking
do this
rune.
for me? Everyone's like,
He's still de-thawing as we speak.
Yeah.
were we used as pawns in a weird game, guys? And he's like, hey, can you put this on my sword? And I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that. It's just gonna take a little bit.
Let me stop
yeah.
everything I'm doing.
Yeah, we can do that.
Thank you so much.
He's
May
still
I
pointing
do
his
a
gun
Glen
at the
Lore?
door. Like,
He's still pointing his gun at the door,
At
and
the
I'm just
door,
standing there going,
yeah, yeah,
"My precious."
yeah. I can do that for you.
May I do a glean lore to see if I can determine the language?
You may.
Okay. Why is that not on my?
Thunder?
Weird.
Excuse me.
Okay, so basically it's a religion check.
Uh-huh.
Did we get anything that needed to be cleansed from the druid?
I
No.
don't remember.
I don't think we picked
Right.
anything up from them. I don't know. I mean, and
Did
do you think it's possible that the device is what shattered his mind? Losing the device is what shattered his mind?
it could have been?
It's a possibility. I didn't think of that.
Was there not the staff that we did not take, or did we take it?
We did take it.
You did take it.
There seemed to be something that. I swear, I thought there was something that we couldn't use, or
But the only two things that we got, right,
I think
was
it was
back in
gonna
the spell
be-
book.
Yeah, he had a grimoire and a staff.
Yeah.
and
And
well,
I
that
think
scroll too. That
Hadron-
Hadron
that's
just.
Hadron was gonna take possession of the staff.
More too.
But yeah, other than the grimoire was unique to Elduin, but the rest of it seemed to be pretty standard stuff. The scrolls and the staff.
Okay. I wonder. I think probably do one last cursory glance, or I say cursory glance, quick search around the room to see if there's anything else.
Sure.
That we may have missed in here. Oh, that was not.
Don't look under the bed.
Yep. No. Okay.
All clear.
All clear. And if I say it's all clear, it's all clear. I promise.
I mean,
So I need everybody to make a reflex save.
He's the captain.
Oh, damn it all. No, I'm not
Well,
in the room.
everybody believes him, but I tell
The
you, there's
entire-
no traps, and y'all don't believe me. What the hell? I
The
mean,
entire inn erupts in a cold burst, and you die.
Everybody gets sick.
Everybody
Everyone gets a
dies.
cold.
Everyone gets a cold.
Hello,
Cold.
hello, Presley the Cosmos Oracle.
Wesley and Presley. Nice.
And Presley.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's 10 o'clock. I mean, I figure if you guys want to keep going for a few minutes here, we can. What are you thinking?
I mean,
We may need to go back to the Druid's Grove and
I was
investigate a
thinking that as well.
little deeper. I know we promised your circus friends a trip somewhere as needed. Hopefully
They just needed to get off the
hurry.
island. I don't know where they said they needed to go. They were just on the island, needed to get off. We haven't
Probably-
really talked.
They
to them.
did mention a destination. It was crap. Where's my map?
basically,
crap.
either they're stuck here or they get on the ship with us, and they just go where we go until we get to their destination.
And I'm thinking it's
They
going to be
wanna-
another Brother John situation.
They wanted to go to
Oh.
Chalk Harbor.
Well, they're not going to want to go adventuring with us or exploring or investigating or whatever, I'm sure, because they won't make
Well, I don't
any
wanna
money
speak
doing
for them.
that. But
No,
We
I
could
mean,
just-
and I'm not saying we tell them
that.
what we're doing. We're just like, hey, yeah, we're gonna make that port, but we got a few stops along the way.
you gotta work for that dinner.
Yep, you do.
So
Pirate.
Wesley, you said they mentioned to cleanse the device.
mhm.
Is there any place in town do you believe could do that kind of cleansing?
Well, without knowing what was wrong with the device,
Yeah, so
I mean,
No,
If
I
I
don't
had-
think I ever answered your religion check.
oh yeah,
Yes,
I
sorry.
didn't. 19.
That
that was for the language on the
yeah, you
No.
do. You
Oh,
you
yeah.
do think it is written in? It looks like Aquan.
When
Yeah, it has these, these like swooping, flowing letters. It's almost like this. Each line is like the waves of the sea. Aquan, and it's when you imagine that probably the translation is maybe not perfect. Like certain words often have numerous meanings, and so when you cast a spell like translate, you're going to kind of get
Google
what is maybe the
Translate.
truest meaning, but it depends a lot on the writer and the reader both.
the context.
So, I did want to bring that out. The line in particular, and this is before you even said that, the Druid's playground. The sort of circuit work to build the tunnel. He must be removed. Perhaps he is talking about the Druid. Maybe it's somebody else that needs to be removed.
Well, based on the
Context, though, it says Druid.
well, the context is druid, but based on what the other guys were saying about the druid being in the way, I'm pretty sure they're talking about just the druid needed to die.
Okay.
The tunnel. A tunnel.
A tunnel, like a tunnel that might have brought us here 2 years into the future.
A tunnel.
Does it look like? Is there any kind of date or anything on the missive?
No.
No. Does
No
it look
So no postage on
yellowed
it.
or anything like maybe it's?
No, I would say from the wax, you could maybe gather that it's not super fresh. But
2 years old.
it doesn't look. It definitely isn't a year old. Like it definitely not a year.
Okay.
Okay.
Could I check the parchment for like indications that there might be something else hidden in the parchment? Like
We're looking for fingerprints.
Codes.
well,
Ghost ink.
like ghost. Well, you know, like ghostwriting. Like if there might be indications that like there might be a hidden message,
I like this.
deeper, more deeply written.
CSI
somewhere.
Galarian.
Yes,
Yeah,
CSI
yeah.
Galarian.
Just
I mean, you can't really
Enhance.
just because you don't understand the language, so it's like, you know, it's already kind of coming through the filter of what Wesley's reading, so it's kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I'm not looking for like the actual written word.
Oh, you're looking for like
indications.
a physical hidden message.
Yeah, a different
or
like there
additional
could be
text.
additional text, something that's not easily seen.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd say you do a pretty thorough search of the paper, and you don't find anything like that.
Okay, that's what I'm doing. Like I bring out the lemon and then I wipe it down with the lemon, and then yeah,
Put a little heat under it, but not too
Little
much.
heat,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Find a candle.
Hold it
Oh, and
over
the
its
candle,
trap goes
yeah.
off. The lemon
Ice
explodes.
blast.
yes, I know.
Okay.
People like their lemonade cold.
All right.
Ice
It's about
cap.
this time that the innkeeper actually does come up the stairs, and he comes around the corner, and he's like, "What is going on? I've
Everyone's screaming,
heard
"It's the
some
fuzz."
reports from the second floor that there was blasts of some sort of thing, and then somebody invented air conditioning."
I mean, how dare you run an establishment like this? To have these things just going off as we're walking down the hall. I cannot believe you. I would like a full refund of my stay. I cannot believe that you put us in this kind of danger.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No, please. What happened? Tell me what happened.
I'm walking by this door and the door blows open and this ice goes everywhere. It almost killed me.
I point to the ice spike in my shoulder.
Yeah, it's just his face covered in ice.
He looks at the door that you're standing next to, and you know the door is kind of cracked still, and he can sort of see into the room a little bit. And you see his eyebrows furrow, and he's like, "Oh, their room.
Yes.
Okay.
Who?
Yes, whose
Oh,
room
what
was
do you
this?
know
This is
about
someone-
there?
I need some kind of explanation here. I want to talk to these people.
Well, they were travelers. They've been in town for a few months now. They paid on time, and they never saw them do anything wrong. You just always got a weird feeling from those folk, and I haven't seen them in the last three days, I guess, maybe 4.
I start feeling a little shifty.
3-4 days.
Can you describe what they look like?
Well, one of them was, medium dark hair, and he describes the 3 faceless stalkers that you killed.
That we killed.
Okay. There were only 3 of them.
Well, I saw him hanging out with another fellow in the tavern room. He didn't stay in my inn, but he would come pretty regularly and sit with them.
Interesting. 3 men, 1 bed. Okay.
We don't judge.
We don't judge.
We
but
are
we know now.
we are sailors after all.
Did they
But we
pay
do
for 3
know.
men in 1 room?
Yeah.
Did they-
My understanding is they ran shifts. It was
Sure.
Oh.
Yes.
It's called hot bunking.
Okay. Whoa.
Oh, is it now?
Oh, is it now?
Oh,
I think they were doing cold bunking.
Heyo. Wait a minute. I don't know how I feel about that.
I think you're a poor judge of character, and you need to be more consistent and pay more attention to who you rent out rooms
Hey,
to.
you listen here now. I run a tip top.
Did you just get Jersey?
Tove.
Hey.
Tove.
Hey,
Oi.
listen here now.
We almost
Hey, I'm doing business here.
Hey, Tovam. Okay.
Okay. And I'm gonna walk
here-
around the corner and just be like, keep walking.
His tail's just like twitching. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Just twitching in anger.
Yeah, and I'm not angry at all. I was just having
No.
fun.
When
So
was the
worked
last
up.
time you saw the 4th guy?
I think it was about three days ago, too.
Haven't seen him. He hasn't been in since.
No,
No,
haven't seen him
okay.
since.
And do you know the other inns in town or where people could stay?
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean, there's not too many. Just, the the bubbling smith and the smithing apple.
Smithing. What? Got to let the blacksmith slash ins.
Grandma Smith apple.
Yeah. Good old Granny Smith
apple?
runs
Granny
the
Smith apple.
It's
apple.
Yep.
this town is an oligarchy.
Granny Smith
I mean, the amber
runs
foam is,
the
of course,
Smith
the nicest. The others are much
Yeah.
smaller.
It's independently owned
apple.
and operated.
Mhm.
Yes.
Sure. Yes.
And, of course, we appreciate your kind patronage.
Yes.
If there's anything we can do to make you feel better about your stay here, just let us know.
Can I have a warm bath?
You may. I'll have it drawn immediately.
Can I be cleansed of all of my wound damage?
I think that's the
I
most words I've
Call
heard Faye
for a
say
healer.
together.
I mean, I mean, this happened under your roof, and then with these people not here, I hold you responsible for it as I come back around the corner.
He goes, and another.
He's
I said good day,
And I'm not done with you.
He's gonna get us kicked out.
which is fine. I mean, I don't care to
And
be
then
here.
he's gonna
anyway.
try to burn the building down, and we're gonna
No.
lose all the edit. No,
I knew it. I knew it.
Classic.
I was playing a role. I'm just trying to get some free stuff out of this
You're being a
guy.
Karen. I get it. We know. We know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Karen on.
Carrying on.
He's like, I will send for the town healer, and they will help you, I'm sure.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to go
Okay.
back to whatever room it was that I rented.
I'm going to presume that I'm going back at the full health.
Yeah, you guys are in the room across the hall. It's super cold right now.
Oh, of course we're in that room.
Oh,
Oh my
what a
God.
coincidence!
But I mean, it's a nice change of pace. It's probably hot and sweaty most of the time.
It's nice.
Alright.
Oh,
Seems like a D's nuts joke. That's what it-
Looks like we're hotboxing this one too.
Hot boxing. Wait a minute.
box
What are you doing in the Navy?
Okay. So, are you guys spending the night here, resting, and then going out in the morning?
I mean, if
So
they're
just-
sending a healer, yeah, because I'm
Yeah,
still
they'll-
injured a little
yeah.
bit.
They'll get you topped up
Better
if you
feed
want to spend the
ourselves
night.
I got topped off.
Has getting a hot bath.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
I
hot,
was going to take a hot bath, yeah.
you hot bunk each other, and
I mean, I'll partake of the bath, but I think I'll sleep on the ship.
On the shit?
you hot bunk
Shit.
with a sailor, and let's.
No, I got the captain's quarters now.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
So, anyways,
guy.
you hot bunk with a sailor, and if you know what I mean. And let's meet back up in the AM here. You guys are having breakfast in the inn room. Everybody's healed up. All conditions are good. What are you doing?
We discussed going to the Grove, going back to the Grove.
Yeah.
Finding a place in which items could be cleansed, and then investigating the other inns for where that mysterious fourth man.
So, Bosco, hear me out. Before we go through the route, perhaps we should at least talk with the circus. Because I would hate to go there and have to come back to pick up the circus people and then go back again. Where we could just do it all in one go.
Yeah, that's a good question. Route-wise, we need to know where this other town is.
I'm sorry. No, I was just reading
Yeah.
the chat. Unlock chest. Go to pee.
The chest needs to go pee.
The chest.
And he gets on to us about that shit.
I know.
Well.
The other
Who's the
option,
pot now?
Gotta go walk the chest.
perhaps we could go speak with Father Chippendale to see if he knows
Just a thought, eh?
anything about this artifact. Maybe he was the one that cleansed it.
Father Chest
Yes.
Authority.
Yeah, I do. Yes, we could do that on the way to go to talk to the circus people. Yes.
Or he could hopefully point us in the right direction.
I'm fine with whatever.
Yes.
Really wish that chest would hurry up and get back.
I know.
How many?
I think I'm gonna go run and take a tinkle myself.
Yep.
So how many people were we picking up from the circus again?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if you're here or not. It was just my friend that I spoke with. We spoke briefly.
Okay.
He might have said and Tevis will remind us when he gets back, but if he did. But I told him that before we left the island that we would meet with them. I already mentioned that we would take them because they were looking to get off the island, and I had acquaintances and friends. Didn't want to leave them here.
Yeah, you'd think it'd probably be like 30 to 40 people in the circus, and then they also have like a shit ton of stuff because they're teleporting their tents and all their cages and animals and like all kinds of stuff. So that's one of the reasons they've been having trouble finding passage off of the island.
Do I think the ship can hold on?
Yeah, the flute can. The sloop would struggle.
Well, which one did we have? I can't remember.
You guys are keeping the flute. The other thing to remember is you did want to return the sloop and pick up your other
so we
sailors
do have the 2 ships.
in Drowning Rock. You left half Hollister and Rain in Drowning Rock. And Roscoe too, right?
Yes.
Or did Roscoe stay with you?
I don't think he came with us.
Yeah, I think you left Roscoe.
Route-wise, in order to drop the sloop off, I think we'd have to go like around the island that we're on now.
Yeah.
And then it would be just a little bit further to get back to the Druid's Grove. But where, in relation to where we're at now, does the circus want to go?
So they want to go to Chalk Harbor, which is to the east by probably like 3 to 4 days sailing east. So it is pretty much out of the way of both Drowning Rock and the Isle of Consummations.
But we could at least drop the sloop off, and maybe the circus people can go with them. Either way, we can still take them to another island, and then
we could say we could drop the sloop off. We could tell your circus friends, hey, give us about a week. We'll go drop the sloop off, investigate the Druid's Grove a little more, depending on what we find, and then come back and pick them up and take them to.
Is Drowning Rock bigger than the port we're at right now? It is, right?
It's much smaller.
It's smaller? I thought it was bigger.
Yeah. No, Drowning Rock is just it's just like a tiny village, like a fishing village.
Where was the port we were at that Tavam caught fire to the
You're thinking of
warehouse?
Fire.
Am I thinking of it's Fire?
Yeah, that was in the 2 years ago time. And based on what Agmunder said, it was the city of Vire was heavily damaged by the tsunami.
Okay.
Well, at least it wasn't the fire.
And
they put the fire out.
They put the fire out?
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean,
we did start the fire.
Anyways.
It went on.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys are kind of discussing all these options at your table in the morning at the inn. And while you're doing so, the door opens up and Brother John comes in. And you can see he's visibly excited. And he kind of like looks around the room. You can see he's looking for somebody, and then his eyes fall on your table, and he's like, ah. And he rushes over, and he's like, Father Bromir.
Oh, Brother John, blessed day to you.
Hello,
yes.
Friar Jacques.
Destined day to you.
Yes, destiny has come indeed. Tonight is my night of consecration. They're gonna tonight. Yes, Father Chesadarde will consecrate me into the temple.
I look at Wesley and the rest of the people at the tables. Help me out. What is that?
I'd ask.
It's going to become ordained.
Hadron must have gone back to sleep.
Oh,
I fear the worst.
Yes, I fear he has died.
Off.
He missed his alarm.
Yes.
He slept through it. We must carry him back to the ship.
Never mind. I'm not going to make any change. Never mind.
I'm so happy for you, Brother John.
Yes. Thank you, Father Bromir.
I remember back when I was consecrated.
Yes. Yes, exactly. I was going to ask you about your experience, and maybe you could just tell me what I could expect, what I might. I'm feeling a little anxiety about it. I don't know exactly what it entails, to be honest.
When they tell you to close your eyes, you should trust them to. You should close your eyes.
Good.
And remember back when your first was anointed.
Yes. Good.
Into the church.
Good.
Romero,
And I'm sure you'll be happy to know that Brother Thomas has gone to his trial at the temple on the island.
Good.
Yes.
Brother Wesley.
Tell me about your time when you were consecrated.
Like I was saying, it was mostly. I was very young, and I got into a lot of trouble. So when I was consecrated, it was.
When you were Twitter pated? What?
Yes.
That's when I was Twitter pated.
Constipated?
I beat my tail.
I embraced it. I closed my eyes and I just let it fill me.
No.
Oh.
It was warm.
That is very, very wise, Father Bromir.
Brother Father.
Father.
Didn't you say there was a chant that you used to do?
Yes, it was the chat went Nam Shavai. Nam Shavai.
Nam Shavai. Nam Shavai. What does it mean, Father Bromir?
It means don't steal my heart.
It is. Have you know the Druid's language? Yes.
No.
Exactly. Neither do I. It is one of those things that you just don't know what it means. You just say it.
Nam Shavai. Yes, I can almost taste the wisdom.
It is.
Was there
sparkly and
Kalima
spicy?
Shakti Day?
Kalima.
Shakti Day.
But yeah, just a note. You imagine when he says that Brother Thomas, he's referring to that young boy who was hoping that Heh could heal him by touching him. And when he says he's going to face his trial on the Isle of Consummations, you would assume that means he's going to go do what Brother John did.
Yeah.
And
drown himself.
And drown himself, because we got all the potions.
Right, exactly.
Brother John survived. You don't know, maybe you don't know how he survived or why. But
there was a second hag.
The second hag on the grassy knoll.
She goes, "Oh, that one got killed. I'm gonna sit back here and be quiet."
Mm-hmm. Mom, is that you?
Your mother was a hag.
She was.
Her mother was a sea hag.
Your mother was a sea hag.
And she smelt the elderberries.
We used all those potions, right?
I don't think there's one.
You took them all. I don't know.
We used them all. I don't think we used them all. We used the scroll.
I'm going to give Brother John one of the potions that we didn't use. Okay. And I'm going to say, when I told you to close your eyes and embrace it, you should do that. But one of the things that you should do is you should drink this.
Okay.
Not right now.
I will do.
Not right now.
Not right now.
He's like got the stopper half out. Oh, no. Oh, yes.
It is one of the things that they probably didn't tell you, and that somebody else that was consummated had to tell you themselves. So you got lucky by coming to me.
Yes.
It was destiny that you come to me.
Or else you would have failed. I have to
Mm-hmm.
confess, Father Bromir, that my faith is lacking. I fear for Brother Thomas. I remember when I was down there during my trial, and there were those others who didn't pass the trial. Mm-hmm. What do you think becomes of them?
Well, it is all within the Maker.
I think Brother Thomas will join their ranks?
Ooh. If Brother Thomas... Hold on one second, sorry, guys.
I don't like this conversation.
If Brother Thomas... I'll be right back, actually. You know what? This is too deep for me.
I'm gonna step away.
I'm out of here.
I gotta go call him real quick.
Look, he's a kid. I mean, this is getting dark.
He's already left. I can't even get the potion to him now. I mean, he's just basically effed.
I think we can meet him there, though.
Yeah, he would tell you that Brother Thomas's ship left this morning. So just a couple hours ago.
That ship has sailed.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. He's fine.
I mean, you definitely can't, you couldn't stop him, but you could try to beat him there or, get there in time before. Worst.
I mean, we do have a fancy new fast ship.
Yeah, well, the sloop, the fancy ship is slower than the sloop, but the sloop is big speeding.
Mm-hmm.
But that would require us
just
to
more
split the party.
Yeah, flute is more maneuverable. I don't think it's faster.
I don't recommend splitting the party.
I don't either. I'm just saying.
I don't know, guys. It could be fun.
We've almost got 2 parties.
Yeah, and we do. Is this a 2 GM scenario? If we split into 2 GMs?
Didn't we talk about that earlier?
Didn't we talk about this?
I we talked about. I'll go with GM. Wait a minute, I'm playing. I can't go GM.
He's running for the other group than playing in the one. It's like,
so yeah, what do you guys do? What do you start to do?
I'm gonna take an hour to put that rune.
Put that shifting rune. Okay, sure.
Not shifting. It was the striking. Yeah.
In that hour, Brother Thomas drowns. I mean, what? No.
Brother Thomas drowns.
He led a fulfilled life.
Have you seen my sword?
Just cut.
Have you seen my?
Elsewhere.
Where's a belt?
Brother Thomas dies.
But no, yeah, you can transfer the room.
Okay, great. And it's how much?
10%. Shifting is 65. So 6.5.
6.5. I don't know. So it's off of his gold or mine or both of ours or how?
Off of mine. I'd be paying the cost. I think.
Cool.
You should make him pay the cost.
I feel like Svalder should decide because Dom hasn't made any decisions tonight.
Dom's been pretty quiet.
He needs an opportunity to make a decision.
I'm fine with what the party wants to do.
Okay.
That's a good decision, Dom.
Crushed it.
Tell me you've not been
Knocked it out of the park.
Well, I deducted it from mine, so if Swing deducts it from him, then he should add it back to it because I covered the cost of the transfer.
Got it. Then yeah, we'll kind of hold out for a couple hours and knock that out. So you can put that on your sword.
Or we can even do it when we're on the ship traveling. But,
yeah,
I think I think
it is just 1 hour to transfer the rune, so it's not reasonably going to be an issue.
We'll take that 1 hour so it's done, and then before we head out wherever we go, it's done.
I think we should.
I definitely want it on the sword.
Check on Brother Thomas.
Yep. Okay.
I'm checking on this guy.
So you want to sail out for the Isle of Consummations?
Now, you gave Frere Jacques the last water breathing potion.
Yeah.
So how are we gonna help Thomas?
Because we don't have the Hadron Collider, and I don't know if he had that spell or not.
Wait, why did we give the potion to? Why did we give the potion to the other father?
No idea.
Hunch, I think.
Part of his trial and everything.
His consecration.
For his consummation trial.
Consummation, consecration.
Oh, okay.
Consternation.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's why I
for
gave
what he's going through, what he's fixing to go through. Okay.
Still with constipation.
That makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
How does water breathing help with constipation?
Have you had
anyways,
constipation?
Constipation's usually a lack of water in your diet.
Yeah. And if you're breathing water, you got so much water in your diet.
So
you're just breathing it now.
Yeah, you're just your eyeballs are floating.
I'm so glad I asked that question.
Anyways, so you guys are heading to the docks. intent to go save or at least check on Brother Thomas. You don't know the situation. On the way down to the ship, you do run across, by happenstance, Father Chesadarde walking. And you see him walking toward a figure. They're kind of off in the distance, not very far, maybe a couple 100 feet away, but you kind of see this exchange. You see a figure just kind of standing there and looks side to side, looks down, looks up. It almost seems kind of lost. And you guys are sort of approaching him as Father Chesadarde is approaching from a different angle. And you can hear Father Chesadarde kind of call out, he says, Brother Smith, come on back, Brother Smith. And Brother Smith kind of looks a little bit and then turns back. Doesn't really respond all that much. And you're getting closer, and Father Chesadarde is getting closer to him, and Father Chesadarde kind of puts a hand on his arm and sort of turns him, and he docilely sort of turns along with Father Chesadarde as you guys are getting within maybe 20 feet or so. And there's this really blank expression on Brother Smith's face. And as Father Chesadarde kind of turns and begins to walk away, he's like, you'll have to forgive Brother Smith. He's only just been consecrated last night, so he's still dealing with the aftermath. You'll be fine. He kind of shepherds him away from you guys, but you, as he walks away, this blank expression kind of sticks with you. And that's where we're going to end the session tonight.
Oh, damn. I just wanted to know if what's his name was still with us as we were walking that way.
Brother John? No, he's not coming. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he went back to, I guess, the temple.
To prepare for his consecration.
Yeah.
To deal
Look,
with constipation.
The trial of consummations.
Good luck, Brother John. It looks like you're
You are fucked. Okay.
I'll go ahead and take my
looks
potion back. He won't be needing that.
It looks like he's going to be running for president soon.
I'd rather vote for him.
God.
With that, let's end the stream, everybody.
All right.
Thanks
Good
for coming
night.
out. Great
Yeah,
stuff.
good night.
We'll see you for a
Have
fun
fun.
playtest in just a week and a half or so.
Yep.
Mhm.
Be on the lookout.